All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone, to the Let's Help Purple Rhymes with Orange out and get them as roommate the hell out of there into a new place. We've got a couple of links below. If you would like to help out, you can. They are below. There's a GoFundMe, and there is the PayPal link as well. So far, it's just me and Diana here hanging out. Talking about microphone issues and stuff like that.
Oh, yay.
that buzzing microphone.
I don't know. It's something I got to do with this thing.
You'll figure it out eventually. You're smart. Hey, Dinobot.
Smart arse.
Well, there's that too. And it's always better to be a smart ass than a dumbass, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
And I'm actually sitting here in something other than my nightgown. Isn't that something?
I'm wearing my Prophet of Zod Night t-shirt. So there you
All
go.
right. God,
Which is great.
That thing.
I was wearing this in my stream earlier today, and Zod popped into the stream, of course, as he often does. And I said, "Oh, look." I don't want to say his real name, right? But most people know it anyways. It's Jeremiah, but hey, look what I'm wearing. He's like, hey, that's a nice shirt kind of thing, which is kind of cool. So yeah, when he first put this together, this little logo thingy here, I thought that was genius. The old PBS that they used to have, right? So
yeah, I was wondering if there was the chance of running into copyright or trademark issues, if they still held on to it for the old one.
I don't think that they're going to I think it's past that. It's like the grandfather thing or something.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing.
Oh shit. Apparently he has me starting at 9 Central, which is like an hour from now. Oh well, I guess we're just fucking around.
We'll just go and see what happens. My, so somebody else up and running then.
Yeah, I think I just said I'm going now, so it's okay. Just send people over after.
Okay, we can manage.
I'll be much more drunk by then anyway, so it'll be more.
Okay, so Angela is still at it.
I know. They're all like, "Hey, Angie's still going," but that's okay. I wasn't really doing anything today, anyways. It was sort of one of those days. So it's okay.
I was busily screwing up my punch key, so my Polish donuts.
I've got other people here that are talking to me in messages, saying that Math Pig is also streaming right now too.
Oh, geez, what everybody's going. Okay, then. What, should I drop off and start a stream up myself?
I don't know. Oh, what's we got here? Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello. I'm just eating a muffin.
Is that what that is? That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I forgot I was on camera.
Oops.
That's all right.
Having a herring muffin.
You see Wonder Lady here? That's like, oh, Diana. Do not call yourself bad things. It's all in jest.
It's in jest, my dear.
I might need to write chat.
I don't know. I don't even know if I know
just in case you forgot.
I don't know if I know how to change it to something else anymore.
I think you can. You should be able to.
Well, I don't know how. That's the
To do what?
That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
Give myself a different name.
Oh, you have to go out and then.
Oh, I have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, all the way out.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Purple.
Purple.
I misunderstood. I thought I was supposed to be doing like but you're right. It should have been from 7 to 9 my time, which would have been 9 to 11 because it would have been following my normal interview, right? But it's my bad. My bad.
Well, we're okay. It's not a problem.
The more of us doing this, the better, anyways. I think so.
Yeah,
I'll just run for a few hours. I got nothing.
Everybody just throw money at Purple. Then we'll be all set. Everything will be good.
Exactly.
I took tonight. I made sure I didn't schedule anything for tonight so I could do this for however fucking long I felt like it anyway. So
okay, then. Oh my! I don't know if I could go all night or not.
I have.
I actually woke up at a halfway human time, which means that I've been up since 6 a.m.
Love it.
Diana never does that.
I've been going since noon.
Dinobotful's got it right there.
yeah. Linda
Time
should be
zones are
asleep by
annoying.
now, or passed out from the alcohol. One of the two.
Nah, alcohol's not gonna beat me.
I never let it beat me either. So there you go.
Oh my!
There's 2 beers left, and I'm not sure they are mine.
And what's your point?
What? Do they have Morton's name on them or what?
Yeah, maybe he won them tomorrow. I don't know.
Well, the way you check is you drink them, and if nobody starts screaming, then they were yours.
Oh
And
yeah,
you're going.
maybe I should just go get them. Oh, and Diana, you remember me?
Yes.
Doorknob Head says you're a superhero, Linda. And I believe this is the first time you've been in one of my streams too, Linda. So welcome.
Thank you.
What took you so long?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, it's 8 hours. Holy sh! Okay. Yeah.
8 hours, what, so far in stream?
Well, we can sleep when we're dead.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. She's pretty much been going the whole time for the last 8 hours.
I've been in every single stream.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I
gotta get my
murder.
channel to 100 subs.
You're not at 100 subs?
No.
Shit, have I subbed to you yet?
I'm only at 78.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What's the name of your channel?
A bit of tea and Danish.
Yeah, I probably could have figured that out.
Yeah.
Now I want a Danish.
Wienerbrød.
All right. Yeah, you're at 79 subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, Neil.
All right. So Linda's at 79 subscribers. You're now at 80 subscribers because
Whoa, I only need 20 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do here is copy this linky and stick it in here. Oh, that. Never mind. I was going to do like a "that's what she said" joke, but that's not really what she would have said. But anyway, you're muted, Diana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't call yourself a name. Why? How else am I supposed to sing the asshole song? I'm an asshole. Yo.
Well, my
I think
channel
it's
has a
about
name.
Diana.
My channel is called A Bit of Tea in Danish, and I am called Linda.
Look at you mastering this whole backwards thing on StreamYard. Because I keep doing it. Oh, look at Diana. I mean,
I just kind of messed it up a bit.
you're still muted, Diana.
Oh, should I go get
She
the
was having
beer?
problems with her microphone yesterday.
I kind of need the beer. Should I go get it?
Well,
Well, I
I'd say yes, but I'm really not a good influence.
I could just go get more in when I've slept.
In the condition you're in, I think leaving the house would be a bad idea.
Not right now, Purple. I
Okay.
didn't say right now. I said when I have
I just
slept.
wanted to make sure.
Holy
I'm
shit.
not driving while I'm drunk, okay?
No, that's bad. It's
I don't
3:15 in the
need-
morning where you are right now?
If we are going somewhere and there is alcohol involved,
Mhm.
then whoever is driving, don't drink.
Well, yeah, no kidding. That's what
Yeah,
they got
whenever we
cabs
go
and-
out, Sloth Girl and I take turns. Only
You
one
can
of us
ask
can drink.
Morgan. My
Yeah,
husband.
Danny, you're still muted, so we
My
can't hear you.
husband is in the chat.
I saw him. Morton.
Oh, you know my husband?
Well, I saw him in the chat.
Who's my husband?
Morton Nielsen? No? No?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Dan is muted.
Yeah, Diana is not coming through.
So, Morton, what do you say? Can Linda have the other beers there, or what?
Thank you, Neil. Neil said so.
No, I asked. You can hear Diana? Really? Okay. Well, she jumped out and she's going to come back in. Hi, Angie.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait, was Angie still going and I sort of trampled on it? Was that what's happening?
Yeah, she was still running, but she shut it down now.
Oh, look what he just wrote.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, none for you. Oops.
Yeah, and that's I was just straightening things out because I realized that I still had the pop-out chat up for Angie's stream that I was reading while I was in here.
I did the same thing. Same thing. Coming in here and wrong chat.
Yeah, so I was wondering why I wasn't seeing the same people you were talking about.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I would pop them in here, right? And then you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't see that in the chat.
It's only hair.
I caught on to it because I realized that there would have been no reason for me to post the link for Neil's stream in this chat. That's what made me realize I had the wrong one up.
Well, I think MathPig is also doing it for you too right now.
Oh, is he?
Well, he's doing a stream. At least that's what Peter said. Because crossing streams with Math. Oh, maybe MathPigs isn't actually to do with this in this.
No, I don't think.
No, but yeah, MathPig has always been one who's really been plugging for me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, MathPig was trying to run me for president.
Really?
He's doing a thing with Randolph.
Yeah, MathPig is running a stream with Randolph Richardson right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Randolph's taken on Darth Idiot Stick.
Yeah, but as usual, there's a couple of streams running.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm used to it.
yeah, we're
Especially on the
simultaneously. I can see just on my feed that there's 5 of them running right now. That would be a choice of which one to be in.
I wonder, Dallas, you want to jump in here with us? Help out?
Yeah, come on in.
It's going to be going for a while, so you don't have to right away.
I've got no beer.
Well, I've got one already set up on my channel that I was planning to pick up at 11 o'clock to wrap it up for the night between 11 and midnight.
Sure.
So that's that's now 3 hours from now. It was supposed to be 2 hours after you started because I was trying to give everybody 2-hour time blocks.
Right. Oh, here we go. Now you're crazy cat lady.
Hi. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah, now we hear.
Yay! Okay, I rebooted and everything, and I have a new name and stuff and things,
And a whiny microphone again.
and a whiny microphone. Let's fix that.
All right,
I
so
would like to know
Yeah.
why it is doing this.
Robert X is asking about how the fundraiser's doing.
Yes.
So our goal is 2,500. Currently, we are at
$10.14.
No, we're
No.
doing pretty good.
All right.
$1,712.30.
wow, that's great.
Yep.
It's not bad,
I'm
really.
getting there.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good.
Who gave you the 30 cents? They all did.
Well, I got 2 slots in the
One person
the
kept
raffle.
sending $6.66 to my PayPal over and over.
All
that's how we
right,
wound up
there
with
we
the odd
are.
amount.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
that's fucking
Purple, you
awesome.
do know you owe me 2 prizes, right?
No problem.
I'm noticing.
Yeah. For anyone who wasn't aware of it, I have a video on my channel that is a catalog of prizes that we will be giving away as thank you gifts.
I want the Lego.
To and anyone who has made a contribution or anyone who has helped run a chat.
I did a stream. I donated.
Yep, and a lot of them are. There's some very nice things that Sloth Girl has handmade, and then I'm a toy collector, so there's a bunch of stuff that are out of my personal collections, as far as some Legos and Transformers and things, and some a few odd items. So it's worth taking a look for you to see what's in there.
I didn't know you were giving me
among
away.
the other things I threw in there is an actual set of the vintage lawn jarts, one of the most lethal toys of the 1970s.
Holy heck, you actually have with the metal point.
Metal points in the original box.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Oh, sorry.
You're talking about the old lawn darts, right? The ones that
Yep.
You can get sent up the river with those kids. Yeah.
Well, that's why when I listed them in the catalog, I said that these are a collector's item. They are not to actually be played with, just to cover myself.
Well,
But seriously, we played with them all the time when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, nobody ever got hurt.
And we never had a real injury.
Hello, Derek.
Hello.
Actually, the worst injury we ever had with the jarts was because someone on the backswing lost their grip.
Oh,
so
no.
it actually flew up and hit somebody behind them in the forehead. But, it didn't hit them with the point. It just hit them sideways, so they just got a lump.
Yoy, man.
Oh, I'm glad I had pants on.
I don't know. Could have made the stream a little bit more exciting there, Derek.
Hey, why am I not a mod, Neil?
Because until recently, I didn't know that you existed. So I'll have to mod you at some point. Dallas. All right. So
Dallas.
Hey,
right
Dallas.
now, I'm on. For some reason, I don't think the GoFundMe link in the description box below is actually functioning. So we're going to have to figure out how to fix that. I mean, I can fix that right now once I get the right link. So maybe Purple, send me a link through Twitter, and I'll fix it and copy and paste it onto here, so that I can actually get the right one in there, because apparently this one does not light up blue like my PayPal link that I put below, which I am on now. I know I've already thrown some money your way, but I have been paid again recently. So I'm going to donate a little bit more, folks. So tonight's, you're going to have to beat $50.
Okay, Neil,
Whoa.
I sent you another link through the Twitter.
All right. So there we go.
Does $50 beat $50?
And I send you a little note, all the best sort of thing there. Hopefully you guys. So
5001.
we are now. You're now $50 more than the last one you just stated. Sorry, go ahead there.
I said,
So
can't you
now
do
you need to
$50.01 like they do in Price is Right?
Do they still do that show?
I don't know. You know what? I don't watch that, but of all the years that I did watch it, when you're betting and somebody goes, like I'm doing like $25 and somebody goes 2501, I just want somebody to go, "You motherfucker."
Yeah.
Fuck
allowed
you.
to. I do that all the time on eBay.
Just give one of them Gordie Howe elbows.
I would pay money. I would go to the Price is Right just so that I could have that done to me, so I could just turn to that person and go, "Fuck you."
Or as a certain rather well-known personality has been known to say, "Oh, onk, you mother onking son of a space Jew."
Jews in Spain.
I don't know how many people here watch Mortimer 81's output on a regular basis.
Yep. Okay. And yeah, PayPal just registered another $50.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay!
I did something. I helped.
And we appreciate it.
I did too.
Oh, look there. We got an echo of me there.
Oh, are
Damn
you
it.
echoing?
Sorry, I'm editing the quote unquote links right now. So,
And I see we have Artie in the wings.
yes, Artie is hanging out. Artie, we are full up, my friend. So there we go. Let's do that. But you can hang tight, and we'll let you in and out. People can jump in and out. I'll be going for a few hours. Yeah. So
I'm full of it. So
Crazy cat lady, I love your name. I'm actually, I'm actually living out of a hotel for the next year, basically. But
wow.
But I go home every other weekend, and I'm like totally missing my dog and cat right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Now,
else
what
is
is
in
it that has you living out of a hotel?
What's that?
What is it that has you living out of a hotel?
My job.
Derek and I talk quite often, and he's got a new job.
It's one of those jobs where if you told me what you do, you'd have to kill me, right?
No. No, I'm actually so I'm working for a company called BioLife, and they are a company where you donate your plasma for, and you get paid for your time, you get compensated for your time and your plasma.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. And so I'm in the manager trainee program. So part of this program is that I spend about maybe 2 months at each site, and then I move to another site and I learn there, and I go to another site and I learn there. And as I get further, it'll be like a week at one place, or maybe even a couple of days. And so at the end of the year, I'll start applying for actually permanent positions. So will necessitate me to relocate eventually, but right now I spend about 2 weeks in one. I'm here for 8 weeks, and then I get to go home every other weekend. But again, I'm living out of a hotel basically for the next year.
Wow.
So my plan is, and I'm hoping that Neil, you can help me out with this. My plan is to at least reach out and maybe make contact with a local atheist group or humanist group in the area that either may be established or is trying to establish, and say, hey, my name is Derek Hawk. I'm the host of Atheist Vanguard. I'd like to come visit with you guys. I'd like to tell you about the ACA. I'd like to tell you about Neil 604 Atheist or any other guys, to really establish a community. That's kind of my goal. I know that Tulsa actually has an established atheist community, and I'm reaching out to them and hopefully gonna spend some time with them. But that's really my goal, is kind of 2 birds with 1 stone, is do my job, but also kind of establish a community with these places that I may be going that either doesn't or has fledgling community, atheist or humanist communities.
Right.
And Kate is here. Hi, Kate. Yay.
Yeah, Kate's in the green room as well, waiting to jump in here as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll cycle people in and out.
But Neil, that's what I was kind of helping. Maybe ask your help is I'm going to let you know where I'm at, and you go, hey, I know somebody there. I either did a deconversion story with them, or I may know this or that. So I'm really going to be relying on your expertise as an inner circle atheist.
So I'm one of the elitists,
which was a real bummer. Matt and Seth Andrews and Arn Raw just did something in Tulsa, which is like 20 minutes away. And they did that on Friday, and I got here on Sunday.
Oh, so you just missed them.
Yep.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
But again, I see Matt all the time. So I'm not, I am an inner circle atheist. So
Yes, you are. You're one of the hosts of the shows. So
I'm one of them.
You're among the top tier elitist guys.
I know.
I'm just one of the peons at the bottom that does all the fetching and the massaging and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get to get the gossip.
Yeah.
Your best
Actually,
boy,
Neil, if
are
we've
you
got
up to
people
Key
waiting
Greg
to get in here,
I'm sorry, what?
if we've got people waiting to get in here, I wouldn't mind dropping out for about a half an hour so I could have something to eat.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we got Artie and Bionic Dance waiting. So it's going to be sort of a first come, first serve sort of thing here.
All right. So I'll just be watching you in the side chat.
Okay. Enjoy your chow. All right.
Ow.
Hang on a second here.
Don't take your computer.
Okay. Now I got two people that want in here. Artie was here first. So we'll add Artie for a bit here.
Cutie! Hi!
Hello.
Finishing my stretches. Hang on.
Stretching for a live stream, are we?
Gotta be.
There we go. Yeah. First come, worst served.
What's up, Artemis?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Doorknob head, you don't want to know.
I can't help but notice in this particular light how similarly shaped our heads are. You have the same.
What?
Whose heads? Mine?
Yours.
Mine? Okay.
Yeah, no, you guys look so much alike.
That is not my point at all.
Oh,
You look like brothers.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, we look more like brothers than my brother and I look.
No.
My brother's 4 inches shorter than me. He's about half my weight, blonde hair.
Talking about height or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when he's lying down, right?
He's half the man I am.
You braggart. My brother's 4 inches shorter than me when we're lying down.
Yeah, 115 pounds if he was half my weight. But yeah, no, we couldn't look more different, but you have a point.
Oh, the other way. Ah, dang.
Diana,
Yes, dear.
my
I got
love.
crazy hair.
I think you've rearranged. I think you've rearranged your house at least twice since I spoke to you last.
Yes, I have. Just a couple of days ago, I spun the studio through Pi over 2. Now I'm facing back toward the back of where I looked when I first set this place up.
It's a little bit that you've got an aquarium for the cat.
Yeah. No, she gets in there by herself. Amazing.
It's for the catfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Sylvia, what are you doing in there?
Derek, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, how you doing?
This is a great one.
I like it. Oh, boy.
There is really only like 3 reasons we know that that's not the case. First one being we didn't have a milkman.
Okay, how about the mail or the postal officer or whatever the hell
He was black.
Oh, okay.
That kind of rules out the blonde hair, if nothing else.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Bear has joined us. Hello, Mr. Bear. All right.
Hello, Mr. Bear. Yay.
Hello, Mr. Bear.
I'm just going to pop this in here again. I'll probably be doing this once every 10, 15 minutes. There are
There's
Thank
links
you for
below.
letting me play the movie.
There's a real
trivia game.
I'm sorry. There's a real famous creepypasta called 1991, and the antagonist in it is this real extremely creepy character named Mr. Bear.
Oh,
And it's I really go on YouTube and listen to find this creepypasta. It's called 1999, and it's about this
99 or 91?
1999 or 1991?
Niner.
91. I'm sorry, 1991. And it's it really starts off with this kid who's remembering this old like PBS TV show, and it was just really weird. And it turned out like kids were actually being kidnapped and tortured on this show, and it was with this guy dressed up in a bear outfit, and the kid didn't realize this and was sending like little fan letters to the bear, and as an adult now the bear's trying to find him again. It's really disturbing story. So hi, Mr. Bear.
Sorry, he's already confessed.
For the older people in the crowd, I'm not sure I've even told you.
You wouldn't be looking at me when you're saying that. I know you would.
I'm not sure that I've told you this part of my life. And Neil, I'm not sure this even applies to you. It's American television, but I have twin cousins named BJ and Bear.
Really?
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
BJ McKay and his best friend Bear. Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
Thing is, my uncle who named them was living in Germany when that was going on, utterly oblivious to all of it, and named his sons after two of his friends from Germany, and that just happened to be how that worked out. But
all right. So I'm going to see, because this is the kind of topic that I know Kate is all about. So if anyone would like to volunteer to hop out for a bit, I would like to have Kate in here for some of this nostalgia TV talk and nostalgia music type talk. So
I'll go.
I can go. It's fine.
I know I got it.
No, I don't know all this old TV and movies.
I got it.
Well, you can come back in, Dallas, if you want.
Me neither.
Y'all out and let all you boomers talk about your movies.
Linda, isn't it a boomers? Listen, I'm a Gen Xer, mister.
I know.
Hey, I'm not a...
Yeah, I can hop in later.
You're probably younger than me, Dallas.
Yeah, I'll be going for a few hours, right? So, all right, I'm adding Kate. Kate,
hey, how are ya?
good. You can come back in.
I heard someone from my parents' generation saying that Battlestar Galactica was the best sci-fi series ever, and I just said, "Okay, boomer."
Which one? No. Which one?
The point is, there's a character named Boomer, so okay, Boomer. It just
That's why I laughed. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two Battlestar Galactica series.
No, there isn't. There's only one.
No, there's two.
No, there's only one.
Is there a Boomer in the new one?
Yeah, she's Asian.
Yeah.
That's
what's her name? Grace. In the new one. I'm a big fan of the original because, I grew up on that shit. Even Galactica 1980, in my opinion, was better than the new Galactica. But the new one had some decent effects.
I have a beef with the original Battlestar Galactica because of them that I did not get my Boba Fett action figure with the shooting little backpack.
Yeah, because the Battlestar Galactica shit was cheaper than the Star Wars shit.
Yeah. Well, no, because some dumbass little kid choked off of the Cylon missile, and so therefore I could not get my Boba Fett with the shooting backpack.
Oh, see what I got my shit the Christmas before you got your shit because I got the shit with the missiles.
I remember with the Boba Fett figure. Yeah, they made it so it couldn't launch anymore, but it was still there.
It was still there. Yeah, that was the one you mailed away. You had to collect 5 of the box things, which I did too. And it's actually, I've got him around here somewhere. It still has his gun actually too. But the original Boba Fett figure, the one that you had to mail away for, I still have mine somewhere around here.
My Yoda still had the snake.
Yes, and the cane, the snake. And hang on, do you have the one with the vinyl cape? Or,
no,
or do you have the one? Best of it. Okay, boomer. Oh, I see. Oh, that's fucking funny. I like it.
Yeah,
Because if you had the one with the vinyl cape, it's worth more than the one when they came out with
Yeah.
eventually that had the cloth capes.
Mine's the cotton one.
Oh, was it? Oh, see, because I had Yoda with the
Plus,
vinyl
my dad
cape.
was a smoker, so there's no way the vinyl one would have lasted very long.
And I also had the Jawas. I had 5 of them that had the original vinyl cape, and apparently they're worth quite a bit of cash now, even out of the package. But I went to Israel. My
Yoda, just the
told them all
snake from Yoda is worth like $50.
Oh wow!
Now you're talking about mailing away for stuff with the box tops. Do they still do box tops anymore?
I don't think I remember box tops when I was a kid.
Okay, when I was a kid, you know,
it wasn't box tops.
10 box tops for whatever it is.
It wasn't box tops necessarily. It was proofs of purchase.
Yeah, but those came from the top of the box. That's why they call them box tops.
Yes.
Okay, I think maybe when I was a kid, they were now on like the bottom of the back of the box, like
you had to,
or like it was a UPC code.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Well, back in my day, you sent the entire box top. It was amazing. You had to use manila envelopes by the time you got through with it.
Remember the S&H Green Stamp store?
Oh, jeez, do I ever? Yes.
Nope.
Well, I never heard of this. What is it?
Yeah, me
Those
either.
were the things where, depending on how much money you spent at a grocery store, you got S&H Green Stamps. You got they pull down on this. You get a ribbon if you spent $100 at the grocery store, which is heard of in the 70s. But you go home with a fucking basket full of S&H Green Stamps.
But what are they for?
You would take them to an S&H Green Stamp store and turn them in for merchandise.
Yeah.
It sounds like when you get tickets from the claw machine.
That's the inspiration.
Kind of,
yeah. That shit.
Yeah. Now you had to paste these stamps into a book. They weren't worth anything unless you pasted them into the book, and then you took the book there. And heaven forfend if you pasted them into the wrong book, because in my neighborhood there were at least 2 premium stamp companies. There was S&H that had the green stamps, and there was somebody that had yellow stamps. And my maternal grandmother at one point pasted the green stamps into the yellow book, and the tender person said, "Nope, can't take them."
You're lucky that it didn't explode like my printer did this week.
Oops.
So what did you buy at these weird ass stores?
Toasters, shit like that. Transistor radios.
Everyone needs a toaster.
Yeah, one of the things we could do in my neighborhood was the department store that participated in this thing would offer coupons worth they were worth money toward any of the items that they carried. They had no cash value, but it would be like a 50-cent coupon, and you could here's a coupon, so it's 50 cents off the purchase, that sort of thing. And you could get anything from the May Company with that. And my mother got, did I just call? Ew.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
I didn't mean to do that. Shit.
And I will never let you forget it.
Well, part of that is by the time the May Company came to Indiana, they weren't called that anymore.
Okay. Yeah, she got a couple potted fake plants that way. Yeah, let's see now. I'm trying to remember here. Kaufman's bought the May Company, and then Macy's bought Kaufman's. And I don't know what the hell happened since then.
Yeah.
Derek.
Yeah.
Even Derek's resting faces.
No, I just sent you a message regarding our last conversation.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't see resting nice face on a lot of people, do you?
No, I don't think I'd ever heard that term before. I mean, I'd heard resting
it's in the
bitch
chat.
face. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I think I've heard it. I mean, I know about resting bitch face, yeah, but resting nice faces.
Well, allegedly, I scare people with
Really?
my resting face. Like, it's not even resting bitch face. It's apparently resting terrifying, creepy ass monster face. Because, like just before I moved away from Seattle, I was at the club I like to go to, and some friends of mine introduced me to someone else. And after interacting for about 5-10 minutes, she's like, "Wow, I wanted to talk to you for so long. I just was so scared." And I was like, "Scared of me?" So, yeah, apparently my resting face is terrifying.
I would be willing to go so far as to say that you have a face that would not suggest that you want people to come up and say hi to you.
Yeah, which is unfortunately completely the opposite.
I know, but and then I have friends that look like Neil that don't want to have anything to do with people.
Yes, you is. Listen here.
The hell.
Right.
I told you she'd get you.
Oh, is that what the? Oh, yeah. Because the last time everyone was saying, "Oh, you can't say, like the whole Candyman or what was it, Bloody Mary or some
Bloody
shit."
Mary.
Yeah, you can't say 3 times in a mirror.
And Neil was like, "I'll do that. I'm not scared."
I've done it many times. I'm still here.
I told you.
Okay, if you say it 3 times in a video, and then someone else downloads that video and uploads it somewhere else, have you said it 3 times in a mirror?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Said it 3 times in a mirrored video, anyways.
Well,
Mirror on the wall. We got a philosophical question for you. Could you bail us out?
What?
The mirror has gone silent, I'm afraid.
okay.
No, fuck you. No, it's too fucking late. No, go back to bed. Fuck off.
Everyone's telling you, I know, right? It's because it's what is it? It's 3:45 in the morning where you are right now, Linda.
It is.
What?
But, like, it took me a very, very, very long time to realize what was meant by looking glass, like in Alice Through the Looking Glass, because I'd never heard anyone say it was a mirror before. So I had to figure it out on my own. And what went through my head was magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Or possibly microscope. So when I was hearing about like through the looking glass, I'm like, so someone went through a microscope or a yeah, and I was so confused. And now we're talking about mirrors, and that's why I brought it to mind.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing you did. Like it was some form of a micro, or not a microscope, but a
magnifying glass.
Yeah.
I want you to know that my grandmother used to use
for glasses,
looking glass a lot,
mm-hmm.
and I didn't learn that shit until you just said it.
Really?
Yeah, Grandma. I'm not sure that she wasn't talking about an eyepiece of some sort, but
spying on the neighbors, was she?
Well, it would be a lot more awkward than that. I'm afraid. I'm so awkward. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Okay.
No, it's just, the things that she would be looking at would be uncomfortable things to mention because never mind. Just because of the modern day, not because she was actually doing anything weird.
Right.
No, trust.
I have no idea where to take that, Artie.
Yeah. Here, I'll put it over here. It's not that big a fucking deal, but
you do realize that somebody could just blurt out what you put in the private chat, right?
Yeah, I'm not expecting it to stay necessarily fucking secret, but I just didn't want to say it myself because.
Oh,
I see. Yeah, we'll just leave that alone.
Grandma was not doing anything weird. It would just be weird to talk about it.
Right.
Yes, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah. Maybe she was looking for bullies.
It could be. Then she go kick their asses.
Yeah. Well,
or send one of the burly nephews to do it. But yeah.
One of the burly nephews, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like a really bad country band? The burly nephews?
Now you mention that, that's almost the first thing I thought of when you said
it. She might come in, but she needs some sweet loving anyway.
And I mean, they'd have to be like really hickish, like maybe instead of a guitar, they were using a banjo.
Like from Hicksville, Ohio, where she lived.
What,
Sure.
are you kidding me?
No, I was born in Hicksville, Ohio.
That explains a lot, Artie.
It makes coming across the border from Mexico when you're 22 years old and pretty fucking drunk really fucking complicated. Especially when the border patrol says, is this a joke? Like, did I say something funny? Which was apparently the wrong fucking response.
So did you spend some time in the slammer over this?
No,
How do you say in Spanish, you got a pretty mouth?
yeah.
Las cucarachas entran, pero no pueden salir.
I had no idea you could speak Spanish.
I can't really. That was not at all what he wanted to hear. I said the root is enter, but they can't read.
There's something about a cockroach in there.
Boca bonita would be pretty mouth.
Mm.
I just know Cállate la boca. I just know that.
I know no Spanish. We're not.
I'm telling you to shut up. In fact, it was worse than that. She said, "Shut your mouth," because "cállate es suficiente." "Cállate su boca" is that extra mile.
Yeah.
There's a little fire behind that one.
I heard that a lot as a kid.
Yeah, that's literally "shut your mouth." It is quite. The expression is "cállate," and "cállate su boca" really is the extra step, man. It's just.
Yep.
So how do you say put a sock in it in Spanish?
I don't know the word for sock.
I could
But for that matter, it's been a long fucking time since somebody asked me to put anything in Spanish.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, there's a lot of foreign languages out there where I know maybe a dozen words and probably couldn't string them together in a coherent sentence. But when I hear them, I'm like, oh, hey, I understood that.
How many of them are cuss words?
Next to none, actually.
Really?
I know a few in Spanish, but that's about it.
I make it a point to know as many cuss words in as many languages as possible.
Oh, wait, I take it back. I also know how to bitch someone out in Klingon.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
To be fair, anything you say in Klingon is going to sound like you're bitching somebody out.
That's true. Kind of like German.
All you got to do is add to it, and you're
Klingon poetry isn't exactly musical.
Right. It kind of gives Vogon poetry a run for its money.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has a reference for "put a sock in it" for Spanish.
Huh.
Now, I'll see if I can, because I'm not even going to try to pronounce this.
Okay, I was going to say I'll bail you out if you don't need me to.
I'm just a dumb English speaking white dude. So hang on 1 second here. Oh wait. Hang on. Let's get some volume on this shit.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Mete una media en él.
There you go. That's put a sock in it in Spanish. Did you guys?
Mete una media en él.
Well, the good news is that I never had a girlfriend tell me that.
So you want to know something that's really, really sad?
Sure.
About 2 hours ago, I hit 25,000 subscribers. And right now, I'm at 24,996.
What?
What the hell?
How
Does that change so they could unsubscribe when you hit the magic number?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
What
know
a
that
name.
I've been treading water for the last fortnight. And I don't know what's up with that.
Okay, I'm going to do something here to at least get you 2 more, because I've only subbed to you, I believe, on this account. So
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness,
Neil's going to reach into his sock drawer here.
Jeez, Neil, even I'm subbed to her on both of my accounts.
well,
I guess I'm just a better person than you are.
Yeah, that must be it.
I think that's entirely believable.
Mm.
Ask anybody.
All right. 'Cause that's some fucked up shit right there.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your account? I'll break out my PC, my work computer, and I will subscribe to you as well.
I'll even subscribe my band account as well.
My account is the same as my on-screen name here.
Gotcha.
Wait, Neil, did you say you have a bandicoot?
No, a band account.
Oh, maybe it was the Canadian accent.
So
I just realized there's
wait a
one that I haven't seen yet that I wanted to watch, and that was the unboxing.
this account you're talking about, has it been blocked or is it for music?
It's for music, but I haven't put anything on there in like forever because we haven't really done much live stuff.
I just wanted you to clarify the whole band part because it could have meant multiple things. And
True. And I even have my just me account. Oh no, it's the same.
Okay, you got another one.
All right. So I subscribed with my Saris 13 and Luminous. So you now have your number should be bolstered up somewhat now.
well, survey says, yeah, I'm shy by 2 still, but yeah.
All right.
I don't know what I'm doing to piss people off enough to unsub.
It may not be that. It may, because I know a lot of times YouTube has bullshit problems. Because I've gone up and down too.
It's your radical view on Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the time it was made, it was pretty good.
No. If you want that one more, you need to go rethink that.
Oh, I know what happened.
I'm with her 100% on this, Derek. The original's the best one.
Okay, fuck you too.
2 people unsubscribed from Kate and then subscribed to me. That's what happened.
I don't think it's a zero-sum game.
Oh, we're going to act like it is.
Yeah. For some reason, I picked up 2. I don't know why.
Diana
Yeah,
of all
Derek.
people recognizes that I am still at 1,090 followers on Twitter.
Still?
We had a bet more than a year ago.
Yeah. I
Which
think
one of us would go to 1,100? I was within 10, and she needed 50. And I have saturated the marketplace. That is the only fair way to assess the situation, is to say that I am limited by this to 1,090 people that are interested in seeing my shit on Twitter.
There we go. Back up to 25K. Thank you.
There you go.
Yay!
See,
I
we get shit done on my show here. We get shit done here.
You finally did it twice.
I mean, I'm sitting on 2,300 right now. I don't know. Why do people not like you? We have to do something about that.
Yeah, well, I don't want to air dirty laundry here. Let me just say there's in-groups and out-groups in the atheist community.
Indeed.
Whatever
Indeed.
gives you that idea.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for the fact that Artie isn't a member of too many of the in-groups.
But in any case, yeah, so this is a good day.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily complaining about the fact that I have 1,090 people that have any interest in something I might say.
Yes, I am, Flow State. Indeed,
Almost
I
none
am.
of them are actual people I know.
Also, if you haven't subbed to Dallas, you really should, because he's got really get over there. And 3 below 600, 3 subs, guys. We can get him to 600. Come on.
I'm also subbed to Dallas with both of my accounts.
Oh, agnostic pagan mother, I haven't played Pokemon Go in a really long time.
Me either.
See, the thing is that for a while after the brain surgery, I wasn't allowed to do vigorous exercise, and I needed to move around somehow. My doctor was like, "Why don't you walk?" And I was like, "Well, that's no fun." And then Pokemon Go made it fun, but now that I can exercise for realsies again, I don't feel the need.
All right, there's Dallas. Wait, I subbed you with the.
I mean, no kick against you. Me not opening that Pokemon Go gift yet. It's just, I've stopped playing.
Wait, did I send you one?
No. The agnostic pagan mother in the chat was asking.
Oh.
Okay, kids, I'm gonna bail so Purple and somebody else can come in.
Okay.
I may very well insist that I be allowed back in, but I'll beg out. Right now, I've got somebody else wanting to tell me.
Dude, I'll be running for a little while, so you're welcome to come back. And if we have room, we'll shove your ass back in here. So there you go.
You know how much I love to hear those words.
I know you do. That's why I said them.
I'll be back.
All right, I got you, Dallas Wade, and I got you, Miss Bionic Dance.
Yay.
Yeah. Dallas, I subbed to you with 2 of my other accounts, so you should be at 600 by now. So go and check.
And if y'all want some fantastic content, y'all need to subscribe to me as well.
Yes. Derek does outside of the Atheist Vanguard stuff. You also do your own creepypasta stuff, which is pretty damn cool.
You are going to have to say something in the side chat so I can grab onto your name and go over there.
Go to YouTube and look it up, man.
I don't have an
But that requires work.
How do you
work isn't okay. I don't like it.
Dallas, there's room for you again if you want back in. Flow State, you should jump in if you're up for it and hang out with us for a little bit.
I don't comment any live comments. I can only comment in the private chat.
Oh, you can't unless you pull up the stream itself on YouTube. You can comment from there.
Okay.
So
I'm
if you
pretty
have
sure, like, unless you have a wrench, you can't post links in the side chat.
Yeah, you do need to be monetized, but I'm pretty sure I monetized you. Pretty sure. Hang on, I got to go to my actual account so I can do that when I see you in there. So let's get back on that.
Hey Neil, can you just add my my YouTube name to the chat? That's fine.
I can do that. Yeah. Shit, Kate, I haven't modded you in my chat. What the hell is
That's
wrong with
true.
that chat? Well, it's been fixed.
Yay! Now it can no longer breed unnecessarily.
It's a good thing.
All right. All right, Flow Straight, if you want to jump in, that'd be awesome. Just send me a message on Twitter and I'll give you a join link, okay? All right. By the way, hang on 1 second here. I'm trying to find your shit here, Derek. So give me 1 second.
Fine.
It's Killahawk, right?
Yeah. 1.
Okay,
Yes.
I just found it. Yeah, okay, so I subscripticated.
Subscriptified.
Wait,
Yes.
You got a prescription now?
hold on.
I have quite a few prescriptions.
Oh,
Not
shit.
as many as I had a little while ago, but I do have them, yes.
You know what, Derek? I had actually subbed to you on my Sarah's 13 channel and not this one. So now you're subbed by 2 of mine.
Did Diana just have a stroke? What did I do? Huh?
You didn't do anything. It's okay.
Oh, it's the falling down and twitching and foaming part that had me a little
Well,
worried.
okay.
Flow State, beat me up. Okay, hang on 1 second here.
It's just something I do in my spare time, you know.
Copy.
What I am going to do is get some damn coffee.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little tired. Caffeine at 7. Do you think that'll keep me up?
Depends.
For a while.
Does it matter if you're up?
I'm in.
Not really, but I have found that if I go to sleep late, I wake up at the same time as I would if I hadn't gone to sleep late. So it really will affect how much sleep I get.
I'm in Tulsa, and apparently I can get you meth really easily.
Oh, wow.
All right. I already have some weed.
Yeah, me too. Actually, that reminds me. Shit, I forgot to send my buddy money for the next quarter ounce of Black Diamond.
Right now I'm doing Alien OG. It's a hybrid.
Nice. I know what it is. I have you heard of the app called Leafly?
No.
It's a great app. It gives you all the specs on the strains, the current popular ones. Even in, I'm all right. I'm muting the shit out of you. Sorry. Even the popular ones in your area currently. It's a great app, Leafly.
I may have to get that. I
It's
mean,
cool.
you know, I make the 1 gram vape cartridge last like months, so it'll be a while before I need it, but
Right.
You want to hear something really sad?
not really. No, I like being happy.
I cannot smoke pot.
Why?
It doesn't agree with me.
So
See,
make you,
it
like,
didn't
sick?
used to agree with me either. It takes a little while to get used to it, I've found.
Yeah.
That might be it. Because when I
Get
smoke,
headaches.
when I smoke it, I actually feel worse than I did before. And so like right now, like I'm not high, and I'm really happy. I'm really social. I'm really interactive. If I were to smoke, even just have one hit, I would get real quiet. I would get real introverted and just not feel good.
Well, have you
Yeah.
tried edibles? Have you tried edibles?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It is a little bit different of a high. I've found that with edibles, I get kind of maudlinly nostalgic. But with the vape,
Cool, yeah.
I just feel nostalgic without the mood shift.
Now, if I get drunk, oh Lord, I would not be able to shut up.
Hooray!
Have yourself a bowl of loudmouth
What
soup.
up?
This is, by the way, guys, is Taylor does a channel called Flow State, and it's very good. I highly recommend you check it out.
What's it about?
Hello.
Cognitive psychology, personality type stuff mostly.
All right.
I dabble around in some other stuff as I feel like, but that's really the core of it and most of the audience.
Are there any naked chicks?
Um,
I kind of want to know too.
Not on the publicly listed videos.
Oh, darn it.
Patreon specials. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Is it one word?
I mean, if you're, it is in the. Here, I'll type it in the chat thing. It's
You know what?
YouTube/FlowState. YouTube.com/FlowState.
Are there any capitals in that?
You haven't been modded, I don't think, in my chat either yet, Flow State. So what I should do is make you a mod so you can dump your links and shit in there.
Okay.
See, a lot of people tell me that I'm the Oprah of wrenches. So you get a wrench and you get a wrench. So you've got one now.
Channels where nobody is left without one.
Could I have a winch, please?
A wench?
Yes.
Okay, I will be right back. I need that caffeine or I'm going to face plant.
All right. Well,
Is it Gyro Taylor?
My name is Taylor.
Oh, because I have one that says Gyro Taylor, Flow State 101. What is Flow State?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. Here, I can drop a link, I think, now.
Dallas just did, actually. It's right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have my caffeine.
All right. What did you pop? Monster? Rockstar?
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Oh.
Yeah. I
Going all
actually
serious.
find I like it better than Rockstar or Monster. And I definitely prefer Rockstar to Monster as well.
Me too.
Monster's kind of grody.
It is. I'm sort of really hooked on the Rockstar Mocha.
Do I have to jump out and back in for this mod stuff to work?
Oh, wait a minute. You can still find the coffee. They don't have the Rockstar coffee here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can only get the
Let me make
Starbucks.
sure I get it.
Oh, I've been drinking the which I like the Monster coffee. Anyways, I was just gonna give to Doorknob Head.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I modded you. Type something into the comments right now, and I'll make sure.
I only have a type section in the private chat.
Oh, well, if you type it there, it'll still come up as you being modded here. Because I'm on the YouTube.
Who just made the Super Mario Brothers coin sound?
That'd be my phone. Sorry.
Okay. No, I was curious. It was not an objection.
I got you, Taylor. I got you.
Okay.
So, are there any topics that are verboten in this?
No.
Okay, so get this. There's 22% reporting in Nevada, and Bernie Sanders currently has 47.1% of the vote.
Yeah, I
Looking
saw that
good.
earlier. He's winning that one for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a stomping if I've ever seen one.
And all the complainers are out in force. It's amazing how many people will castigate the GOP for party over country, but pull the party over country thing when it comes to Bernie. Somehow it's different that way.
Well, I mean, the strength of the Democrat Party is also its weakness, because the ability to find a consensus, through a bunch of ideas and ideologies that aren't necessarily compatible, is great, because having those ideas, multiple perspectives, helps us find a better solution to a problem. But it also means that we don't unite, that it's the whole herding cats problem, whereas the GOP has a tendency to fall in line like robots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the what do you want to call it, where the command console sends everything and there they are. It's not so much that they're even falling into line, they're remotely controlled.
Well, I mean, there was an interview I saw where someone said that they just really liked Donald Trump. They thought he was like absolutely the shit. And the reporter was like, so can you name a policy of his that you really like? And the person's like, I just really like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I'm finding here. So I'm deep in Trump country, more so than I was. More so than I was before. And yeah. And what I'm really finding is, again, these people, that's their take. They like the guy, but there really is common ground that we can discuss when it comes to politics. There are things about that man that they don't agree with, but there's still that polarized, Hillary, evil Hillary, bitch Hillary, and it's still like, let go of that. They're just like every pundit on CNN that's for the GOP. They can't. Every sentence has to begin with Hillary. Get over it. Hillary's gone. What we got to deal with is the clear and present danger right now, which is a really crazy redheaded buffoon motherfucker.
But Hillary's not actually gone. I mean, granted, Biden seems to be out of the race, but he was actively contemplating her as Veep.
I know. Hillary's like herpes. He just doesn't go away.
So unlikable.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just glad that things seem to be on track for what I'd like to see happen. Although I will say one thing. I actually do support the death penalty for one crime and one crime only, and that is being William Shatner.
I knew that was coming, okay?
Well, yes, you've heard it before many times.
We've been working together long enough. I know that.
Anything I feel, he's Canadian for crying out loud.
And isn't he from Quebec?
No, that I'm not 100% sure. I always
Quebec,
thought
and
he
that
was
gives me
an
another
Ontario guy.
quite grouchy with those people.
They invented poutine. I'm pretty happy with that.
Well,
I love it. You got to go. There's a poutine place in Ontario that when I was there, that we'd go to, that have 112 different versions. You can get it with like anything.
yeah, here we go. Shatner was born in Montreal. Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah, I know. It's Montreal.
Because I looked it up here on the Google thing, and they said Notre Dame de Grace. So that must be within the environs or something.
Maybe that was the name of the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
gonna find out.
What is poutine?
What is
it's
poutine?
a residential neighborhood of Montreal in the city.
No.
Okay.
Poutine is not a neighborhood.
No. That was
No.
the
Notre Dame de Grace. Poutine is French fries and cheese curds
and gravy, and then see they make like good French fries, like real good, beef eater type French fries, and then they smother it with curds, and then
like cottage
gravy.
Maybe it's just
better
me,
than
but
curds.
When something has the word curd in it, or curdle, or any of that, it makes me think it's going to be gross.
It's not, though. And then you pour hot gravy, and then the cheese melts all over the fries.
Well,
right?
I don't know. How are you with cottage
bacon in it, jalapenos in it, and whatever you want in it? And
I
it's
bet it's
good.
good.
It's kind of gross.
It has the texture of throw up. It's like the only food that has the texture of throw up going down.
Yeah,
That's what I want to hear. Yeah,
I have to say, I mean, the taste is all right, but the texture and just looking at it is kind of a deal breaker. It's like discount tapioca, which I won't eat either.
What the fuck is discount tapioca?
Cottage cheese.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people like to use cottage cheese in their lasagna recipes, and I think that is absolutely shameful. It has to be ricotta, not fucking.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Amen, brother. Amen. Preach
Now,
on,
for
brother Neil.
lunch-
Preach on, brother Neil.
For lunch, I might have a pound of cottage cheese with an onion cut into it.
Here we go. Oh no.
What? Now what? What happened?
Lasagna Oreos.
Yes, all right.
Now available at your local Safeway. That's fucking amazing. Where'd you find that? I think the best one I saw. Oh, did you? The best one I've seen is the Tide Pod Oreos. Those are pretty good.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And you can wash it down with the new
lasagna,
drink
it was
with
just-
straw in it.
I chose lasagna because it was just a little bit out there. Like if I chosen spaghetti and meatballs, people would have been like, whatever. But lasagna just gives it that oomph, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like lasagna flavored. They've had a whole bunch of those fake Oreo packages done up, but I'd never seen that one. So, and now I realize why is because you're the creator of that one.
Indeed.
Bacon flavored donuts.
I've had those.
You had those.
Wait a minute. That sounds like something I'd eat.
It
Are
sounds
they
like
any good?
They have these giant ones in this little donut shop down in Washington State somewhere. I can't remember where it is. But they have these gigantic donuts, and they're bacon glazed. They have like a bacon sugar glaze, and then they crinkle bacon on top of it. It's your regular donut, the regular pastry type, not the cake type, but the pastry type, and it's huge, and it's one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
I mean, I suppose it's breakfasty enough, even though, because I don't think of bacon and sweet going together, but if you figure it's like some bacon and a forkful of waffle or pancake, I suppose, yeah.
Exactly. Have you not had, I've had bacon brownies, I've had candy bacon, I even, hang on, I'll show you something real quick here.
Well, you have to understand, of course, for about 7-8 years, I wasn't allowed to eat bacon because it was a seizure trigger. So I missed out on a lot of bacon. I can have it now, but before the brain surgery, I couldn't unless I wanted to risk falling down and twitching. So
were they able to tell you why that would trigger?
Yeah, it was either the nitrates or the nitrites or something acted as a vasoconstrictor, and vasoconstrictors were what would do it to me.
Nitrites would be that, probably, for sure. Yeah, I'm a chemist, so
that's why I couldn't have it.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I've had this for years, and I kind of feel bad for you, so I might bring it with me. You're going to be at Faithless Farm again, correct?
No.
Oh, you're not going this year? Oh,
no.
Hey, come on.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I didn't want to get into this.
Okay, sorry.
Here's the thing.
We talked about it.
I told them last year that I really wanted to be on a panel this year, and I'm looking at the speakers list, and guess who was snubbed again?
I can't. Why would they do that?
I don't know. But remember what I was saying before about in-groups and out-groups?
Right.
There are times I definitely feel like I'm invisible to a lot of the atheist community. Because whenever there's shout-outs to other atheists, I'm lucky to get mentioned 1 time in 10. When there's big collaborations or interviews, it's pretty rare that anyone remembers I exist. So at this point, I'm like, why go see a bunch of people who don't remember me?
No, that's really bizarre because I've seen shows where they mention you.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the people I'm subscribed to, but I don't see people shouting me out at all.
Hmm.
And I mean, no one owes me a shout out, but if they're listing
I get
like
it.
a big list of atheist YouTubers, you'd think just a little bit. So
it seems weird to me because you've been around for fucking ever, and I just started like 2 years ago, and they've already got me on the panel.
Yeah.
Well, there's the whole thing. And when Aaron and I were talking in July at the protest, and he was pissed off that Kate was being snubbed. He said, she's a cornerstone. Why is she being ignored? You know, and when Aaron speaks,
I came across when I started looking up these videos.
And I mean, like, I really don't want to start a shitstorm over it. And also, if I tell them directly, it's kind of like I would like them to actually acknowledge my existence on their own when it's their own idea. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, because there's the other thing. If you're saying, why didn't you say anything? It could be taken that you're whining, and you don't want that either. Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, I'd love to have this sort of thing resolved or rectified or whatever. On the other hand, I don't see how to do that without creating a quote unquote incident. So I've just been sort of mostly quiet about it and wasn't going to talk about it till you brought it up.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to.
I still don't even know what the thing is that you wanted to bring for the forum.
Well, it'll be this. It's a bacon lollipop.
Oh my gosh, I would love to try that.
It's a bacon lollipop, and it's got your name on it.
I had no idea Canadians were such rednecks.
Well, I do live in southern Canada. I mean,
next time you come to Austin, we're gonna have to get you. Next time you come to Austin, we're gonna have to get you a cowboy hat.
Oh, I already have.
I live in Kansas City, so I approve as fuck.
Yeah, the thing is, though, that Neil does not live in Alberta, which is Canada's Texas.
Pretty much, yeah. It's our land of cowboys in Alberta.
Darn it. I had a picture I wanted to share because it's actually a real product. It's not Photoshop. They're called clamdy canes, and it's literally clam flavored candy canes. And I don't know what happened to the picture. I totally had a picture of it, and I can't find it now.
Where's my barf bag?
Yeah, I did not want to partake and did not.
Hey, I was going to throw up in my Bible, but I don't have a Bible in here. That's weird.
There's no Gideon version in there for
No.
With all the bad stuff removed?
I feel unprotected now.
I don't know. You're going to have to talk to the front desk.
I think haven't they stopped putting them, or are there like some hotels are like not allowing them in now?
I don't know. When I was in Georgia last week, I had one. I almost stole it.
Somebody could have taken it. That happens actually quite a bit.
Well, don't they want you to take them with you?
You'd think.
I don't know about necessarily the Gideon Bible. I thought they wanted that one to stay. But as I understand it, the people at the Marriott, which is a Mormon company, are quite happy to have you take their Book of Mormon out of the room.
Okay.
They have Book of Mormons in there?
I have one of my own.
The last
I don't need another one.
Was at a Marriott. You could have looked in the drawer.
I don't really look.
Well, I looked in my drawer, and there was definitely a Book of Mormon in there.
I had rolling papers, so I didn't need to break out the Gideon books and stuff like that. So
fair enough.
Mind you, everyone was smoking their weed through vaping. Like, and I'm old school, man. I fucking got my my little Heidi thing with the top that pops off, right? And it's got the weed in it, and it's got the papers in it, and it's got the grinder in it. I'm good to go.
Grateful Dead grinder.
No. I don't have one of those. I wish.
Well, you know what surprised me? I would have thought from the word vape, it would have been like steam. But no, you're smoking weed when you use the vape.
Yeah. Well,
I honestly thought it would be like weed in steam form, but not so much. And the thing is, like, I've never been a smoker, until I started vaping weed. And it took a really long time to get used to it.
Yeah, no doubt. Because vaping is actually a more, I think it's harsher than actually smoking a joint.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, to be truthful on that one, I did try a vape once of just the flavored whatever it was. One of my cousins had the thing going, and he Daddy, you want to try this? And God, I was coughing my foo-foo off by the time he got through with it. And remember now that I was still in the middle of my smoking that I had been doing for 40 years and then some. And this thing still, I'm coughing myself raw. So, yeah.
Well, I've never rolled a joint, and I don't know if I'd be good at it. I'm barely good at making sushi. So, I mean, like, if it's not as harsh, I'd like to try it. But at the same time, well, I'll probably make a mess of it and waste a whole bunch of marijuana.
Well, this is when you get one of those little rolling machines that the people who roll their own cigarettes use.
Bite your
I
tongue.
know that existed.
It's two rods with a belt going between them, and you make a little pocket in the belt. You put stuff in there, and you close the rods together, and you go roll, 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 roll with the rolling paper in it. It's all rolled.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no coordination. Remember, I have the brain problem as well, and I just can't get my fingers working correctly to do that. So I fell back to the rolling machine.
Well, maybe someday I'll do that.
I find if you're going to use something to aid your rolling, I find the little bamboo mats to be much better than those rolling papers.
What, literally?
It's an actual little bamboo mat, and you put your weed on it, and you put the rolling paper on top of it, and you just go whoop, like that, and it rolls it right away.
I mean, because I do have a sushi mat, but it would definitely be overkill.
Similar. So, yeah, it's kind of large. Yeah, but it's a very, very similar idea. They're great.
I used to use a $2 bill years ago.
Yeah, same idea.
Same principle,
A $2 bill, you're showing your age.
But where are you going to find a $2 bill now?
Yeah, in a museum.
Well, aren't they still printed?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
They haven't been in print since probably the early 80s, I think.
Okay, question. Why a $2 bill, not like a $5 bill or a $1 bill?
Just because it was a $2 bill and they were not used all that often. And the $2 bill also has the connotation of being gambler's money, being associated with a $2 bet at a racetrack.
Oh, yes. All right, let's see what Kate's got up here now.
Yeah. Oh, bullshit. I tell you, if you ever, if you get into this sort of thing, thinking that you're going to be a YouTube sensation, just don't.
Yeah. Very few of us actually make it to the PewDiePie level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I never expected that. I mean, it is a bit of a niche topic.
It is. Absolutely.
I didn't think I was going to get as far as I have. I for the life of me, I never thought I was going to have 500 subscribers. I didn't think I was going to have 100.
Okay, you know what's going through my head right now? I would have 500. Yeah.
Taylor, you're past 500 now, aren't you? You're like 550 something, I think, the last time I looked.
About 540, I think.
Yeah. Really? No, I think you got more than that, man.
Do I?
550. Hang on, let me refresh because I
haven't looked today.
I subbed with a different account. So, yeah, you're 554.
Yeah, when
one more and you'll hit 555.
Hey.
Almost.
When I got started, I was just going to make a video every now and then, and if anybody saw it, great. It was just me fooling around, and then Johnny Drive-By found me, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's right. And and I met you, I guess, through Don.
Yes.
He did an interview with you, and I saw that, and then of course I started jumping into the after parties, and that's when you and I first met, was in one of Don's after parties.
Yeah, I was Don's first victim.
Were you?
Yeah.
His first one?
I was his first interview, and he was my first interview.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I know you've had to remind me many times, but I forget how I found out about your existence.
Oh, do you remember the Godless Iowan?
Yes.
Okay. He and Snarky, his wife, had a little program going that was called Transatlantic Atheist Alliance. And there was Matt and Snarky, and then Demi, Anti-Ordinary in London, and then me here in Pittsburgh. And this is where the transatlantic came from. You know, Demi and I are both trans, and across the Atlantic. There was the June when I took a month off because we had one program a month. I wanted to be at the Pride parade. I wanted to see my friend and meet her fiance. So Matt called you and said, "Hey, Kate, would you fill in?" And you filled in and everything. And that July, the next month, Demi called off. And Matt called you again. You know, Kate, would you fill in again? And that's how you and I met. And we had the show, and we had about, 6-8 hours of just talking after the show was over.
And now the Godless Iowan would not give me the time of day because I was not immediately full force in favor of Essence of Thought.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'm not at all.
A lot of us.
Thought, yeah.
Well, it was the with me or against me attitude that turned me off.
Yeah.
Is he still a thing?
Godless
I saw a video. I saw a video recently. I think he was on like some weekly show or other. Might have been Shin and Q.
So do you know what he said about my show?
No.
He said that we are basically a white supremacist group because our logo is has vague similarities to another white supremacist group, with the chevrons.
Okay. Wait. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right.
Yeah.
So I recently got a t-shirt that the Cyndi Lauper song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." It says "Girls just want to eat the rich and destroy capitalism." I think that's a great shirt.
The one I want, and I'm gonna have to design this myself, and I'm no good at designing. I want a t-shirt that reads "Free to Good Home" across the front, but the two O's of good are the interlocked Venus, the lesbian symbol, and see what happens there. But that would be a design. Nobody has anything like that, so I'd have to design it, and I'd have to have it made. And I don't.
Sketches, I'll take care of it.
Say again?
Send me some sketches. I'll take care of it.
Do it.
Okay. I'll give the sketches a try. I mean, I'm no artist for anything, but
I just need a basic concept, and then I can work with it.
Danke schön.
Yep. Yes, Dallas, I agree. Many of us were just dragged into it because of association.
Well, I mean, I stayed out of it as far as videos were concerned, but I did not censor myself in any way if people were on the subject and I was part of that conversation.
Right.
You got to remember, while that was going on, I was actually an active member with the ACA. That's where I live, and I was going there. I was volunteering there every day, and I would. Again, I joke about it, but that inner circle atheism, I was kind of in there, and I saw what was going on, and I saw the impact that it had, and it was just ridiculous. It was really ridiculous of what was being pulled out of, what was being insinuated, and it was really sad. Is like Jesus fucking Christ, we're all on the same side here. And that was totally lost in this bullshit.
Yeah, you would think, but
Doesn't seem
there
to
was
matter.
so much of that. There,
Yeah.
and
that little
Krause,
motherfucker, essence of thought, all he is a little parasite trying to get clickbait. That's all it is. That was all it is what can I do to get more clicks or more views out of this? That's all it was.
Well, he is a drama queen, because there were several times that it was about to burn out and he had to go and throw gasoline on the fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, there's the thing where
let's not forget though, he was trying to stand up for something that he believed in as well. So
I would say at first, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, the whole trans and sports issue, right? That's where this all stemmed off of, was Rationality Rules' his video. So, and I get that. I get wanting to stand up for people that don't have a large voice, right? And I get that. But it got blown
and I
out.
agreed with the initial position that Rationality Rules did not sufficiently research a topic he didn't know much about.
And we told him that while we were there.
Yes, we were there. Yep, because I was there with you, Nani.
Humility to admit it and to correct it, which did not count for anything with Essence Thought. It was like wrong once, wrong for eternity.
Yeah, it's like a dictatorship.
Wasn't there something in there about he didn't do it the right way or something?
Yeah.
He didn't,
you can't please
himself or anything like that. Yeah.
You can't please 100% of the people 100% of the times. And Jesus fucking Christ. Oops, wrong one. I'm not ever going to sing like the guy from Queensryche, okay?
Oh, Lord.
What's his name? Jeff Tate. That's his name.
So I'll give you an example of how we interact with our trans brothers and sisters at the ACA. I am the quasi co-producer of Atheist Vanguard, and I was looking for new talent. And we have a trans individual who is now a wonderful addition to our show named Rachel Watson. Yeah. And when we were doing her screen test, I said, Rachel, I really want you on the show. I do not want you to be our token trans person. I want you to be Rachel. Now, if you want to discuss trans issues, please feel free. But if you do not even mention it once, that's fine too. I want Rachel to be Rachel. I want Rachel to discuss what Rachel thinks on these issues, because Rachel is intelligent. Rachel is witty. Rachel is funny. Rachel is vulgar. Rachel is nasty. All of that. And you know what? And we just want people to be who they are. And so from time to time, she does discuss trans issues, but I didn't want her to feel obligated, and nor did I want it or the audience to expect it from her. And what's happened is, again, I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful co-host, and whenever somebody dares to make fun of her or question her sexuality or bring it up, you have a massive people in the comments coming to her aid and attacking that motherfucker.
Although I've said it before and I'll say it again, I actually can only support half of the trans community, because those Decepticons are assholes. The Autobots are so much better. I mean, they're on our side. So half the trans community.
Kate, I think you got the wrong trans.
Derek, you need another trans girl?
Yeah, you know how annoying it is to look up transformers on eBay and get all these electrical suppliers?
I don't know. I kind of got this cool ass shit. It's not a transformer, but I think it's still made out of like auto parts.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It's Boba Fett, man. Boba Fett. And he's made out of. He's got. Let's see. We got spark plugs in there. We got all kinds of screws and bolts and all kinds of shit. Like his backpack is all.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
This is like, and I got an alien that you'd love, Derek, up in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
The same sort of thing, all designed with auto parts.
Mr. Sensible's got something like that at the end of his videos. It's a Predator.
Yes, the Predator one, which I want. My mom found it for me. at some little shop in Gastown.
Maybe it's just me, but I'm thinking you probably get beat up a lot if you go to school with a name like Boba.
Well, it depends. Maybe not in his galaxy.
Well, not when everybody in your class looks exactly like you. You don't.
Hey, Neil, I don't know if you saw on my Facebook, but I was posting pictures of my alien socks.
Yes, I saw that.
I was on my Twitter. I had to stop because on my Twitter, people are asking for dick pics.
Why did they think those were those kind of socks, Derek?
It's like, can you make those a little bit more widescreen up? And because I was like up to my knees.
Oh, the funny thing was with the dick pics, I actually.
There's nothing funny about my dick pics, okay?
An unsolicited dick pic from another trans woman. This is what got the hell to me. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I'd ever seen this happen to anyone before.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I have a guitar pick that says the word dick on it, so I just send them that all the time. There's your dick pic.
Yeah, because she had
I don't know. I usually send them a picture of Richard Nixon.
There you go.
That's what I would do most of the time. But this one, she sent the unsolicited pic and then demanded that I return in kind. It's like, no, I'm not going to do this. No.
I would have sent her a picture of like a horse's dick or something. Here you go. There's no way you're going to handle this one.
Oh, shit.
I mean, isn't there something in the Bible about that too? Is she what is it? What the fuck is the phrasing? Emissions like a horse or something like that? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was it? She lusted after her lovers whose emissions were like that of donkeys or some shit. I have to look.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes me think of Mallrats, where like what's his face is talking about Superman. He's like, I bet you he blows a load like a shotgun.
Oh no.
Noka says she's like, I just had pictures of my face. I'm a dick kind of thing. Right there.
No, okay. I guess that wasn't it, huh?
Naka should jump in for a while too. He hasn't been in a stream. If you're up for it, Naka.
Well, I admit I'm thinking about other stuff, so if you need to free up some space, I could take off.
Well, yeah, but you're rarely in my streams too, man. So it's kind of cool to have you in here.
Oh well, no, I don't deny it. It's more a matter of I have things I would like to do.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Kate's been hanging around for quite a bit of the fundraiser today too.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
She's been in most of them.
Oh, there.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I did the Quiplash one, and then I did the one that we just had with wow, I'm blanking on his name, dude with the hat on, and now this one.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, him.
Okay, I thought you were in.
There you go.
In between there.
Well, I mean, I probably should participate more than I have so far, but you know, life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found it. Yeah.
So who is she?
So I'll catch you the pieces later.
Who's the she that's lusting?
Is this the Lilith thing?
This I don't know exactly who it is, but it's Ezekiel 23:20.
Yeah,
are you taking a picture of this?
Yeah, I had to. That's one of those gems I'm going to need later. I don't know when.
Yeah, no, that was long after Lilith was out of the picture. It had nothing to do with her.
Is Lilith actually canonical biblical? I thought that was the book of
No, that's Talmudic, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does appear in some of the Jewish scripture.
Yeah. All right, so we do have a spot. Naka, I can hold it for you if you want to jump in, brother.
Can I do a shameless plug? Can I do a shameless plug?
Of course.
I had somebody who was a professional narrator just do one of my stories. I'd like to send the link to you. He did a phenomenal story, and it's actually the very first story that I wrote. And again, it was based on the book of Eli, the book of Revelations, the book of Genesis. And it was a story that I first came up with when I was 10 years old, sitting in church trying to contemplate omniscience and omnipresence. And I wrote this story back in 2015, and it's a phenomenal story. If I can, I'll send you the link and maybe you can share it somehow.
You can do that, and I can do that. Are you? Oh yeah, because you're not actually watching on the YouTube right now, are you? Because you're involved with us. Oh wait, whoops, that's the wrong one. Hang on a second here. Oh, I'm so bad at this crap. Must be because I'm one of those, what do they call them? Boomers, but I'm not actually a boomer.
You're a startup.
No, as I said before, I'm the only boomer in this area here. So
okay. Well, technically I am, but yeah, I was like 1 year old at the transition point. So
that's right. You were on the tail end. Yeah. I keep thinking you're younger than you are. Well, that's the damn thing. Everybody thinks I'm younger than I am. It doesn't get me any dates, but still,
No.
That's a good thing, man. We got youthful looks. Nobody ever guesses that I'm in my 50s.
Okay.
I guess that.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm, 50.
I like
Taylor.
Well, Ken Ham thinks I'm only 4,500 instead of 66 million. So.
Ken Ham, fuck.
Oh, who the hell was it? Oh, yeah, I was recently blocked by Ray Comfort. Yay! Finally.
Were you? I've tried. He just ignores me, I think.
I don't know what I did to get blocked because I had been trying for at least a year. I'd been doing responses to his videos and shit and everything else, and it's just going and going and going. And then one day out of nowhere, he's blocked me, and it's like, okay, fine.
For most of them, I don't care. But I've got to do something to get Ken Ham to say my name on his show because Paul Gia has said that anyone that Ken Ham mentions is welcome on his show.
Who's really? Ken Ham?
So I've got to get Ken Ham to say my name just so I can get on Paul Gia's show.
Have you heard of the Creation Museum, the Ark Encounter?
I'm not really part of the atheist community. I just tripped through this live stream at some point. And
Ken Ham is a young Earth creationist. He claims the whole world can't be more than 6,000 years old.
He's also a jerk, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, he believes the whole story of Noah was literal. So he got a bunch of taxpayer money in Kentucky to build a life-size replica of the Ark.
Shut up.
Yeah, and that was the fun part. Cross the separation line right there. And what really amazed me, the younger Hovind who showed up at the first grand opening, he's going, well, one little bitty thing here that we Christians are doing, and you don't get it, do you? Well, of course he does.
So why would you care about the Ark statue? Like, what's the?
Okay, there's this whole thing about the separation of church and state thing, where you're not allowed to use
I get that
money. Yeah,
but what's in it for him? I mean, I assume that
he's trying to teach this as science.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. He has animatronics of people riding dinosaurs.
Yeah,
yeah.
Fucking hysterical.
Those would be kind of cool. That sounds cool to have. That sounds.
I agree.
I want one of those.
I agree.
If you can turn education into a joke, then it's easier to control minds.
Yeah,
it is.
They have like schools that are wanting to take children on field trips to this. State-funded schools. They're trying to get this into the education books. Like here in Texas, our education board actually successfully changed our textbooks to include that Moses was a founding father of the Constitution.
Yeah, yeah.
There, I just popped a couple of Derek stories into the side chat there if you guys want to check them out.
Yeah, there was a serious push in Texas to stop to teach in school that Hillary Clinton was an imaginary figure.
Well, my
one more
ex-wife's
part.
little sister
They're
goes to
trying
school
to
in
teach
Memphis.
that, slavery was a type of employment.
In
Yeah,
Memphis,
that's their
they're
new.
teaching. We don't know if slavery happened or not.
True. Yeah.
Well, they
The
know
one that
now.
really-
In Egypt,
really-
anyways, there were no slaves. They were actually contracted workers.
Correct.
They found the villages that they had with the little winemaking and beer making stills in between every third building. So they were taken care of. So I imagine it was more of like if you're around when that specific pharaoh was having his temple built, he was basically like, you come and you work for me, like almost like a draft. Your family would be taken care of. That's kind of what they've stumbled on. So these people that came and worked with the pharaoh or worked for him, they were taken care of and their families were taken care of, especially if they died under his employ.
Sounds like communism.
Kind of, yeah. Except it's like Egyptian communism. I've lived in a
Strong
place
union.
I've lived in a place where it's communistic too.
Or Bernie socialism.
Bernie socialism. Well, you know, he's got interesting ideas, anyways. I mean, we get free medical in Canada, so well, it's not free. We pay a small amount for it, but we're covered.
I'll admit, I work for the Sanders campaign.
Did you?
Yay!
Yeah, I do.
Yay! Oh, I wasn't slamming Bernie.
No, we get it.
I discovered Bernie in what was it, about 2014 or 2013 on the Tom Hartman program. If anybody has ever heard of that guy, he had a little thing called Brunch with Bernie, and I would listen to the shows, and Sanders sounded like a fairly decent guy. I liked his positions, and he announced that he was going to run for president, and I'm thinking, man, do we need him more in the White House or in the Senate? You know, I'd hate to lose his Senate vote, but yeah, I'm definitely behind him. First time, second time.
Yeah, he wasn't Democrats would never get behind any of his proposals in the Senate. Like Hillary Clinton's not wrong when she says that most Democrats hate him because he's coming after their pockets just like he's coming after Republicans.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But like I was Hillary in 2016. I've always been a Bernie supporter, but I didn't think he had a chance. So I was gung ho Hillary. I was working for volunteering for Hillary Clinton's campaign here in Michigan. And then when he took off, that's what I switched. I was like, you know, he's not a socialist like they say he is, but he's close. So I understand the criticism of him, but it's just the policy. I'm hardcore for the policy. So if he wins, I do see there's going to be some issues. He's going to have to come to the middle if he wins come a bit to the middle if he wins the nomination, because he's going to have to unify the party and he's going to have to beat Donald Trump. So I think he knows that. We'll see if he does it.
Well, the other thing I'd like to see is the party as well as just House and Senate overall. I want to see them become more progressive. I mean, you know, we got the foot in the door.
I think we are. You know, I hate it when people like progressives will lobby criticisms towards Pelosi, who has been a progressive her whole career. Yeah, she's establishment now by definition. Speaker of the House is going to be, but you know, the people aren't wrong when you take away from that legacy, especially, then you're going to turn off a lot of people. So people just need to be smart in their words and not be so realize that it's about beating Trump and not, you know, splitting the party up and beyond repair.
Here's a relevant question on that.
Yes, dear.
Well, if it seems that Bernie is the only one who's likely to defeat Trump, but probably could never get a bill through the Senate, is he still worth voting for?
Well, that's a great question. That's why, like, it's got to be an initiative down ballot. So, like, you know, you want to get more progressive senators and congressmen in. We have a decent caucus started in the House, but we definitely will need more allies in the Senate. There's no doubt. And Bernie recognizes that and talks about it often.
Yeah, but I think the Democrats are so against Bernie. But I really think at this point he's the only one who's really likely to defeat Trump.
at least right now.
The other candidate will have their bunch of supporters.
At least right now.
And a third of the people will just stay home and not vote.
I do think, like, if a more moderate candidate wins fairly, that's the key thing. If Bernie wins the nomination, and I don't mean to turn this, I don't mean to come in and turn this into a political. I just heard Bernie, and I'm like, I should put it out there that that I do work for his campaign. But like, if a more moderate wins fairly, I think most Bernie supporters will get behind that moderate because we understand how dangerous Trump is. But if Bernie wins the most delegates and then they snatch it away from him and give it to a moderate, you're going to split this party forever. I mean, forever. So I really hope that doesn't happen. And if a moderate is the winner, then I will fully support them as long as it's honest. If it's not, I mean, it's Donald Trump, you got to, but it would be my last Democratic vote probably.
Well, there's the other thing. I mean, Kate and I talk about this quite a bit on Coffee with Lavender and on the open chat. The last thing we want is a Democratic Trump, which
exactly
is not all that
Bloomberg.
far out. I mean, there are some Democrats who do lean that way, and they are, the main line. And that's the last thing we need, because that's defeating Trump to get Trump. Where do you pick anything up?
Yeah, I think that should be the key. Is we've got to defeat this man, and that should be the most important thing, no matter what. And if Sanders wins the nomination and can't get that caucus established, that's going to actually to where his progressive policies are going to go through, he's going to have to come to the middle, because the key is going to be defeating fascism, in my opinion. I believe.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah. I have a question for you. I have a question. Maybe I'll be able to answer it. And this is kind of a complex question, but what do you think are the reasons why Trump got voted in the first place, and what are we doing now that's different to avoid that situation?
Well, I think that's a good question. I live in Michigan. We worked really hard here in Michigan to get Sanders to beat Hillary. And Hillary, when she won the nomination, didn't come to Michigan. She didn't come to any of those three key states. I think that's vital. And honestly, the Democrats have to be a party for people again. And I think Bernie is the best representative of that. And when they're Republican light, they lose. I mean, if you look at Obama, who won as a progressive in 2008, had that progressive vote, and then went really, really to the middle, he lost everything. Republicans gained 1,000 seats across the board nationally, just nationally. You're not even looking at the state level. Yeah. They dominated us. We have to be strong on our convictions. And when we're Republican light, then you might as well vote Republican.
And the thing about Trump is that I have a feeling that people wanted a change.
Yeah, and he did steal a lot of that.
Offering a change.
When Bernie lost, he took a lot of those talking points that Bernie used and crushed Hillary Clinton with them. NAFTA, all those talking points, that populism, that was Bernie, and Trump just stole it and fucking ran away with it.
And the other thing too is, I'm going to say it. You can jump all over me if you want to. He appealed to the worst of the base. Here's somebody who is as bigoted as we are, who is as horrible as we are. We like this guy. And once he assumed the
I agree wholeheartedly.
It opened up.
I mean, there's good people that follow Trump that aren't racist and shit, but it's been emboldening. And I, to an extent, I think Sanders, and he does. I think he goes out of his way to try to distance himself from more of the toxic followers. And I kind of rant about it every once in a while, because like, what politician doesn't have toxic followers? Why do you single out Bernie Sanders? But I think that there is a more toxic element in the Sanders crowd, because people are so fed up and want such drastic change. I think that's natural, but I think that it is toxic. And if he doesn't get a hold on that and doesn't unite the party, then ultimately he's going to lose to Donald Trump, and that would be the worst case scenario. And I think Bernie supporters need to realize that too. Tone it down, because we can't make the mistake of going so far that we cannot heal the party to beat fascism.
Yeah, I'm finding so. I lived the first weekend, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, And again, I'm new with my work, but I'm also trying to have discussions with people who predominantly are Trump supporters. And I was actually really surprised to find out that I can have these conversations with these people. These people aren't these toxic, horrible, racist people. Now I am in a work situation where I have to kind of tread, and I'm mostly discussing my views on humanism as opposed to liberal politics. But I am finding that there is an ability to have an open communication with these people, and generally these people, because I do work with some really good people who are serving the public, that we generally do have the same views on humanism, on what's right, on what's better for the people. There is a little bit of things that we do disagree on policy-wise, but again, going from this stance that that all Trump supporters are toxic and deplorable. That's not just the case, and that's really kind of the learning points that I'm getting from just being here a week.
Oh yeah. Like my dad's a Trump supporter, and I love that man. He's a good dude. He's not racist at all. He does no Nazi leanings ever in the history of his life. I think you have to realize that. I think it doesn't do any good. Like a lot of those people voted for Trump because they wanted to break government.
Yeah. Now in Austin, Texas, there are some very deplorable, and I think.
Oh yeah, there's definitely awful Trump supporters out there without a doubt.
In Austin, which tends to be liberal, not only do you have the extreme on the liberal, but you also do have the extreme on the right as well. Not many people realize that in an open liberal town like that, not only have this liberal aspect, but it's going to be balanced with this extreme other side as well.
Yeah.
So again, that's kind of where my point of view actually came from, was being in Austin and seeing these polarized, groups, going head on head, whether it be atheism and evangelicals or, Democrat, GOP, all the sort of things. You see that polarization. And now that I'm here in a different place, in a different area, I'm really finding that, hey, the world is not like this. There are some things. And again, there is a good mixture of people. And I'd like to think that people, and this may be my humanistic output, but I think all people generally are good and get along and do want the best for themselves. I don't think that that there is this build this wall mentality that is so. Maybe some people like it for some reasons, but not all people take joy in seeing in the news that these people being put in cages and separated from families and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and I'm a humanist as well. I'm a secular humanist. And if you ever watch my content, you might not be able to tell it because I'm a dick. But but like I'm the same way. Like I have hope for people. Like all the way through the impeachment process, I had hope. Like the Republicans they're saying something, but they're gonna do the right thing, and then they didn't. But I still I am willing to be let down every time as long as I keep that hope, and hopefully one day we do become a better society. Hopefully one day people do recognize that human beings are human beings. You don't need to fear them. You don't need to hate them. And we can all just be equal. And I do keep hope. And I try. It's hard.
Don't you think that politicians at that level are all sort of shit? It just seems like the whole system is so corrupt that
I agree.
To that level, you're going to be a sucky person. Trump's a shitbag. Bush is the biggest fucking war criminal ever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Clinton is absolutely a shitbag. I mean, every president in my lifetime has been a disappointment to his supporters.
And we can't leave Obama out either.
Oh yeah, no, I hated him too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because look at the drone attacks.
Yeah, the ruthless drone attacks. I call it, I call it murder, cold-blooded murder. And he was the deporter in chief. Up until Trump, he deported more people than anybody.
Yeah.
Well, the drone attacks are just, a high-tech version of hiring an assassin.
Yeah, that's why I call it murder. Don't get me started. I don't want to get Neil in trouble.
But that's why I don't really give a fuck about. I mean, I just have no optimism for Bernie's not going to change shit. Trump didn't really change much shit. It's every 4 years people get all boned up about something that just
Well, he's trying to do it the right way because you need a revolution, you need a real movement, and that's always what's worked when it comes to implementing change. It's how civil rights worked. It's how finally we got gay marriage to pass. You know, people coming together and just applying constant pressure. He's trying to do that now. If it will work this time, because we are talking, you're literally talking about going up against the power behind the most powerful government in the history of the world, one of the richest governments in the history of the world, no doubt. And you're talking about taking their money away. I mean, they are really good. See it. They're coming after him. They do not. Neither side wants him to win. I mean, it's so far now that Trump is basically endorsing him, hoping that Trump's name will hurt Bernie. That's fucking sad, and it should tell everybody.
Well, you bring up with gay marriage. That had nothing to do with Obama. That was at the low level government, and that was at the individual.
Well, we were fighting for that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like we were fighting for that for so fucking long. I mean, and Hillary Clinton wouldn't come on board, and you need that name. You know, so I mean, people that just supported her blindly, like you need to realize, like we've been fighting this fight for a long time.
But the GOP strategy was very correct, and it was very brilliant. Was to start taking over the lower levels of the government and work your way up. That was the strategy. That's how they got the what do you call it? Where you change all the voting.
Gerrymandering.
Yeah. That's how that started. I mean, it was all lower level. That's why you have these bullshit Christian colleges that are brainwashing these kids and basically implanting them into internships so that they already are. It's basically like that, you know, where you got the Russian spies that are come over here and raise families and then, you know, kind of used to ingrain stuff. That's basically what it is, and that's the thing that we're going to be combating this for years, because the GOP back in the 80s and basically in the 80s was kind of like where the Democrats are today as far as policy and whatnot, and the evangelicals have infested the GOP like a cancer, and this cancer is not going to be eradicated with Bernie. It's going to be there for a long time, and it's going to take us a long time to recover. Look at what Trump has done to the Supreme Court. I mean, that's going
to take 30 years at least. And if he gets another 4 years, you're talking 40, 50 years trying to replace that damage.
Correct. And these I mean, these are taking away basic rights, you know, basic female rights, basic human rights. And again, we are already in the hole. So
across the board. He's putting people in judge positions federally that have no experience. They just have a very far right religious conservative leaning, and he just plops them right up in there.
And a loyalty to him.
Yeah. Oh, that's number one. You got. I think there's like a loyalty waiver you got to pretty much sign these days.
And with this bullshit of these pardonings that he's doing? What the fuck?
How are the rank and file Republicans not outraged about that? I just sit here like, where are the Republicans I knew growing up in North Carolina? Because
who did he pardon?
What the Blagojevich, like a bunch of rich people that did corrupt shit.
Proven.
Yeah.
The one that was selling Obama's seat.
Yeah, Blagojevich. He was literally on CNN, pretty much calling himself a political prisoner.
Yeah, they had an audio tape of him doing it.
You know, and he was a Democrat, and unlike Republicans, you know, we hold our own accountable. Fuck that guy. He's reprehensible. And it's kind of, you know. I'm not surprised it took Trump.
Clinton on Lolita Express.
Yeah, he was like literally on Trump's Apprentice show too. I mean that.
Yep.
Oh shit! I got us off on a political rant. I'm sorry, chat. It's my fault. It's my fault.
It's all right, brother. It's all right. Everything's game tonight.
All right.
I have a question for Taylor, actually. Taylor, are you an atheist?
I've never, I guess, identified as an atheist, but I'm not religious. So I guess probably, but.
Were you ever a believer?
I was raised in a Christian, not not super Christian, but we went to church and shit. Went to a Catholic high school. But
would you be willing?
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh my word.
It's okay. I made it out.
Taylor, would you deny Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. So Taylor, my next question is, would you be willing to come on my channel for a chat about a deconversion story of whatever type?
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah. That'd be awesome, dude, because right now you're creeping up on 550 something subscribers. And I think getting you a little bit more exposure, especially for what you do, because I really dig the topics that you talk about on your show.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd be happy to. It might be a little anticlimactic because, I don't.
It's okay, man.
I don't see what the big deal is about atheism. I mean, or any of that shit.
So Taylor, what do you believe?
I believe that we don't have the capacity to know everything, and this is something that we don't know.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah, and it's okay not to know.
And it's okay not to know. And we don't need to fill it in with stories.
Right.
I don't know. I'm
See,
not going to stress on it either way.
I get a lot of slack on my show because I am co-host with a lot of hard atheists and anti-theists, and I'm not an anti-theist. I am an atheist. Well, first of all, I'm a humanist, and I just
define the differences.
What's that?
Can you define those? What's the difference on those?
So an atheist is basically one proposition, one statement. When you say, I believe in a God, as an atheist, I say, I don't believe you. An anti-theist is kind of like, there is no God.
Okay. Then I'm an atheist. I'm not an anti-theist.
Yeah. Now a humanist or a secular humanist basically is that I can do good without any divine intervention. That's the basic, very general definition of humanism, is that I don't need any divine intervention. I don't need any divine inspiration. I don't need to do good for some celestial afterlife reward. I do good because it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I take it a little further too. I believe that all humans have that ability to be good. Now a lot of humans don't utilize it, but it's there. It's in every human. We just have to find it.
Hang on, Naka, are you blazing right now? Is that why you're on?
Yeah. I turned my camera off so people can't see me smoking weed, even though it's legal in my state, y'all.
It's legal here too, brother. You're okay. Yeah.
So that's the big thing. But I do get a lot of slack on my show because I am not an anti-theist. I do believe that people have the right to worship. I have no problems with them worship. It's just that when they want to play with their Jesus toys, they need to play with them at home. They don't need to make my kids, my relatives play with them. They don't need to make me play with them, nor do they need to legislate that everybody has to play with them.
All right.
I fucking love that. That's your profile picture on Twitter, and that is.
I've tried to start a religion a few times, but I keep forgetting.
I haven't seen your channel yet, but I think I'm sold.
Dude, you gotta check them out, man.
Well, yeah. If it comes with Neil's recommendation, I'm probably behind the curve here. So
the talking points of my religion was that I'm the one God. I'm a demigod because I don't want all the responsibility of being God,
right?
And I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah. See, I could worship a guy like that, right? I don't give a fuck what you do.
There you go.
As long as you don't hurt people.
And you're actually real. That's the key for me. Like I get so tired of the unreal shit.
Yeah. We now have video evidence that Taylor at least exists.
Or the God that exists outside of time and space that is unknowable.
Don't go jumping too fast on that because that's one of the points I've been making lately.
What's that?
When people challenge me, to prove God exists, I ask them to prove that I exist.
Yeah, like how do we know Taylor's real?
Because you don't have anything but a voice and an avatar on the computer. All of that can be completely computer generated. At this point, without even any human intervention, the AI can do that.
Yeah,
it's actually fairly easy.
So you actually cannot prove that I exist.
Neil, are we talking to Skynet?
maybe. However, AI.
I love it though.
There was an article that I just read, and I actually was going to post it, and I completely fucking forgot. But AI has now figured out a much better antibacterial that can almost wipe out any of the harmful bacteria.
Like people?
Like people.
Wait a minute. Do you have the article?
I'll have to dig for it, but
I'd love to read it.
I could.
Yeah, that was the problem. Really, that kind of got me to stop on paganism. Was I got to the belief that like the whole universe was God. So like each planet was like an organ in God's body, and we were like each individual cells in this organ.
All right.
Which,
So
if you
who
take
is
that
God's
to the logical
dick?
conclusion, means the human species was a cancer in the body of God.
I think the human species is a cancer in the body of the earth, but that's my opinion.
How is anti-theism not just as irrational of faith as theism? I mean, both of them are speculating about something that we don't actually know.
Yeah.
They're both making strong claims about something.
I think there's two different forms of anti-theism. There's toxic anti-theism, which I went hard at on my channel and took a lot of shit for, but I stand behind it. And then there's just the good anti-theist, and there's a lot of good ones out there. Shannon Q claims to be anti-theist. I believe Paulo G is anti-theist, and they do it the right way. So yeah, I think you have to differentiate between the toxic and the helpful, and there's definitely some really helpful anti-theists out there. I used to be anti-theist. I try not. I'm with Derek. I tend to fall on my secular humanism more now.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if you could say that Paulo G is an anti-theist.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Paulo G. I definitely I've had that conversation with Shannon Q. So yeah, I'm not quite sure about Paulo G.
But on a related thing, I thought that Surgical put out a good piece last week that, the handle of atheist is actually really annoying, if not offending, a lot of people who don't believe in God. And that,
Really?
he was just saying that where he lives in Denmark, and saying that most of the people there are non-religious, but very few of them would identify as atheist.
I can understand that. I think the term has been demonized so successfully across the world for so many hundreds of years that it's why we have to fight to normalize it. And it's why I came to the conclusion that the route I was taking in my attacks against Christianity was actually toxic and not helpful. And I've really tried to go a long way to kind of curb that and take it in a different direction while still being me and still being the person that people started watching my channel for to begin with. But there is this demonization of atheists. You look at the United States, we're the least trusted demographic of any demographic. We have no representation in Congress.
I'm a felon.
Yeah, I'm a felon myself. Yeah, I mean
that's a less trusted demographic.
Well, I'm not sure, honestly. At this point,
actually, I'd have to see a good poll taken that before I'd be convinced.
I think it'd probably be close. Yeah, I'm a former felon as well. I love it. I love that about myself because I've lived a life that most haven't, and it actually it propelled me to be a good person because I used to be a very, very shitty person.
Same.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the toxicity of the atheist term, a lot of that came from the Cold War. I'm old enough to remember the whole godless communist
Red Scare
thing.
Communism, yeah.
And that really cast a shadow, if you will, on the term atheist.
And still does. We still get labeled communist no matter what we do. I mean, almost every Christian I've ever talked to brings that up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Hitler for some reason.
Yeah, and he was a Christian.
He was a Roman Catholic.
I know.
Well, he's Catholic, but he also really hated the church.
Oh, he definitely had occult influences and had a strategy to actually do to the Christian leaders of Germany what he was doing to the Jewish people of Germany. But that was for the future because he was using those Christian leaders to carry out his atrocity against the Jews.
Yes.
Well, you can make an argument. You can make an argument about whether or not Hitler was Christian, but he certainly was not an atheist.
Yeah,
he was obsessed with finding religious artifacts that he believed would give his armies magical powers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's well documented. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was just Raiders of the Lost Ark shit.
Oh no,
No,
that's
that's
well
real
documented.
shit.
It's based on what he was actually doing. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the Bell Project. He was trying. Like some people actually think that he figured out how to travel in time, and that's how all the Nazi leaders got away.
Yeah.
Like no shit.
Well, and like even the use of the swastika.
Yeah.
The swastika was, co-opted from dozens of, other
Hinduism.
religions had used the symbol before.
Oh yeah, it's one of the wheels of life, actually. But they flipped it and bastardized.
Yeah, well, if you flip it the other way, it was the Hindu protection symbol.
Right.
I thought it was a cross with broken ends.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it used to be an ancient symbol, and that totally meant a totally different thing than what it's been warped into now.
ETC did a piece on it just a couple of weeks ago in his series on symbols.
That's right. And that's actually a really cool series. Actually.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen that one, you should go back and look at that.
All right, I got 2 more folks waiting in the green room. So
I'm more than willing to drop out and just listen. I've been smoking some really good weed.
Oh man,
I could take another break and go tuck Sloth Girl into bed here.
Oh, okay.
My people bloomed today, so yeah, I'm enjoying. So
Neil, I'll stay as long as I can. I'm really lonely here.
I totally don't mind because I like being in the chat, and I love this show. I love watching the conversation.
I want to stay as long as I can.
Well, I'll be back in a little while.
Yeah, and I can always come back later. I'll be up for it.
Sure. We'll be going for at least,
I don't want to be
another 40 minutes.
I'm really lonely.
All right, so I'll drop 2 and let some people come in.
All right, I got Wonder Lady that's popped in with us, and of course Artie is back.
Hi, Faye! Yay!
Hey, how are you?
A little bit this, a little bit that. Go for me, go for you. What am I talking about? I have no idea.
Wonder Lady, I love your avatar. That's beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Did you make that?
Yeah.
It's got really thick hair.
At the time,
I said
it was
some
a
jealousy?
self-portrait, but my hair is no longer like that, and I'm a little older.
Beautiful. I like it.
So how
Not
is
a day over
everybody?
29, Faye. Come on.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You will always be younger than I am, so take comfort in that.
You say that now.
It's true. It's true.
Well, I don't know. You
don't know. Did you see the debate on Math Pig tonight?
Oh,
No,
with
I
Richard,
did not see that.
Randolph and Darth Dawkins.
I was going to tune in and I forget it.
Things were said.
Things were set. I caught
I imagine
some
so.
of it,
Yeah,
but I didn't catch all of it.
Things were said such that Carl and I have seen some shit. That's why I'm wearing the tie and Carl isn't.
I don't know.
Shit got weird. I'm just saying, shit got really weird.
You stole your stuffed giraffe's tie, I guess.
I didn't steal it. It was on a lease loan thing anyway. It's not really his. Not even sure why.
Do I need to put a tie on now?
Not even sure why Carl was a guy.
It's a stuffed animal, dude. It can be whatever.
Certainly does not have a wiener.
I don't know if I've ever seen a stuffed animal that was made with a wiener, unless it was, Oh, have it? Okay, I don't even.
Do you
know.
want me to go
I'll be
search
right
for
back.
one? I'm sure I can find one, hun.
I'm sure. What have I started?
They got
I
all
don't
sorts
know.
of things in those adult bookstores on I-70.
You know the problem with most stuffed animals is
No wiener?
not enough orifices.
Yeah, but that's the stitching matter, isn't it?
Oh! I just saw a commercial today on Skittles, where there's a guy. He's I guess Jamaican guy. You see him in the back, and there's a giraffe, and he's milking the giraffe, and he's milking Skittles.
Yes, I've seen that.
And I was like, gross.
Yeah, that was some porn that I wouldn't watch.
Wait. Is this? Hang on, agnostic pagan mother. By the way, I was once a pagan myself, but I finally found my way free of that nonsense too. But anyways, are you talking about a stuffed animal with a penis? Is that what you're talking about? Oops.
Those things have existed since I was a kid, and that was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, I know. I imagine it was. Would you start driving when you could still use your feet as brakes, Artie?
When I was a kid, I had a long snake stuffed toy, and I think that was the beginning of my fascination with penises.
Here is my new measure for what constitutes old, and I think you
Neil?
Fucking StreamYard all backwards. Yeah. Yes.
I'm not good with the
directions.
There's
Yes,
no
here.
you and
The
then
influence of alcohol and all right, shut up, Artie. Yes, go ahead, Faye.
I just sent you a link and you need to share that.
Oh, on Twitter?
Is it a penis doll?
Yes, it is.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Let's check this shit out. Oh my goodness.
Please.
Okay. Oh yeah, no. It's good. It's good. Hang on.
Okay.
I will.
There are the puppets with the foreskin. There are puppets.
No. Just hang tight. Hang on. You'll see this in a second here.
This is what I think it is.
Well, yeah. This
There we
is.
go. Nope, that ain't it. Hang on. That's not it.
Oh,
No.
That's not
Wrong.
it.
You are nailing this tech shit.
I know, right? Hang on. That's not the one I wanted to do. Hang on. Just give me a second.
You know, it's funny that he's really good if you ask him to dip a stick into something and then draw it back up and do some measurements with what he's come up with.
I like it. I'm liking it. It's close to what I thought it was going to be.
Actually,
it's even circumcised.
yeah, it's
It's like a baby Yoda without the ears.
Yeah.
Did you see have you seen the meme of me as Baby Yoda?
It's like a little dick, only you don't have to clean underneath the foreskin.
Let me see if I can find this fucking thing here.
Neil, you have to find the picture I made of you with Alien.
Oh, good Lord. That's like, I don't even think I have that on here on this computer. Just a sec. I might find it. I don't know. Oh, good. You know what? I'm not even going to bother looking for it. I will, because I don't think I even have it downloaded onto this computer. So why does it keep telling me there's new comments and it won't stop showing me that there's new comments?
It hates you.
Yeah, my computer fucking hates me. It shouldn't. I paid a lot of fucking money for this thing. It's an Alienware, for fuck's sakes.
Hey, did the computer get any of that money?
Probably not.
So why shouldn't it care?
Sorry,
Sorry, that sounded really drunk. Why should it care?
Yeah. What are you, under the affluence of alcohol?
No. What? Yeah, no, I watched that fucking thing on Math Pig tonight, and
hang on, I know what I can do.
I'm looking very forward to being able to make some moves to be able to have that conversation for myself with that gentleman.
Oh, Darth Dawkins.
Yeah, that was
Dawkins is a fucking head case.
Well,
Really is.
you remember our day with him, Neil, right?
Yes.
That is my best viewed video clip on my entire freaking channel. All right, now we're talking. I'm going to have to look at that. And no, it is actually the most viewed video on my channel. It's you, Kate, me, and I believe the pig. They had Frustrated Atheist was there as well, and Darth Dawkins wanted to come on the channel. Wouldn't leave us alone.
I just want to say that what's his name, the pig, might be the best out of context quote of the night.
Thank you.
and I heard one that was pretty insulting earlier. Not here, but I was gone for a minute. There was something more disturbing got said, and I still think that the pig might be worse.
Sorry,
Rod.
pig with the evergreen trees growing up the sides of his face.
Those are sideburns.
Okay, then.
So I turned a picture that IQ did of me. He turned me into Baby Yoda. And then I took that picture and I made it into a meme today because I thought it was fucking funny. I actually saw the meme. The original meme was with the original picture. And I said, hey, I have that, but it looks like me. And I'm going to turn mine into a meme. So basically, it's this thing here.
Aw.
Wait a minute, I gotta see what we have here. Yay! Yeah,
I just want to say, Val,
in it too, right? My little Yeti.
As cute as it is, we're glad you got better.
And it's me watching as my anti-vaxxer neighbors dig another hole in their backyard. Which I had to share on Facebook or on Twitter today. Because that's fucking funny.
Yeah, Richard did Canada proud. He was.
Did he?
Yes.
I'm sure not too many people from Canada were actually watching him. So
I wouldn't know, but he was he was remarkably polite in the face of a whole bunch of Psi 10 Bruggenkate level horseshit, only more insulting, and he continued to steadfastly respond as honestly and cheerily as seemed beyond humanly possible through the whole thing. And then at the end, he kind of levied some shit on him, which was kind of great. But there was a whole lot of, man, I wish he would say. I mean, from me, was a whole lot of, I wish you would say. I wish you would say.
There we go.
But turns out, as a Canadian,
we're too polite.
What a gentleman! He just let all of that bullshit bounce off his back, and
well, that's why he's the president of Canadian Atheists.
Yeah,
and I am the community advocate for the same group.
He is remarkably accepting.
Yep, he's really good at it too.
Yeah, no, he can be emotionally and intellectually dismissive without appearing to do either.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking talent. I don't have that fucking skill, and I'm jealous.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I sure as fuck don't.
Yeah, he's really good at that. Being in the debate and being the level-headed, calm guy. Asking those questions to just push their little fucking buttons a little bit.
Almost creepily detached. He didn't get to manipulate because it was way more insulting to let him try to manipulate Richard. So just watching him over and over say these insulting things, really just like,
what's this all about?
You know, it's horse shit.
That's the clip that I was talking about with Dr. Dawkins trying to get into our.
Oh,
it's my most viewed clip. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, he's a remarkable prick. he's beyond a wannabe Psi 10 Bruggenkate.
You know what he does though? He tries to argue people into a narrow path where they can't dig their way out, and then he gets into the old gotcha. But he can't do that with people like Randolph, and he couldn't do that with Shannon either because she would just laugh at him every time to do that.
I won't give away the ending, but
yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I think once you get a chance to watch it, you'll understand the amount of times that I would have done something that didn't happen.
Are you guys familiar with a guy from Brazil called Otangelo?
Yes, of course. He called me all the time. Otangelo's fucking hilarious. You know that he tried to friend me on Facebook?
He blocked me on Facebook.
Did he? He tried to friend me on Facebook. I was like, I'll have none of that guy.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So are you guys
I'm
like
not
beefing
familiar with
Christians?
any such creature.
Is that what?
What?
Sorry, who's arguing who, and who's blocking who? Are you guys like beefing with Christians or something?
Well, certain like very fundamentalist a-hole.
But you guys actually engage in debates and stuff?
Yeah, man.
That sounds incredibly fun.
Oh, dude. Follow our shit around. You'll see like Atheist Experience, Talk Heathen. These Christians call into these shows and state their case. They always say, give us your best evidence. And these guys will phone in. And then, of course, people like Matt Dillahunty or Aaron Raw,
Eric Murphy,
or Eric Murphy, or Jamie Boone, yeah, or Vila Bianca or Jen Aldrich, or anyone will be like, that's crap evidence because and then they state their case, right?
Hey, Neil, have you met V yet?
I've interviewed her, dude.
Okay. Have you met her face to face?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
She's like my little sister. So she's like Jen's my big sister, the one that takes care of all the bullies for me.
Jen's awesome too.
I know. And then V's my little sister.
Jen is if I was actually into like getting involved relationship wise, I could be with someone like Jen.
Oh, she would tear you apart.
Oh, probably. But she's of course, I'm not really looking for that sort of thing at the moment. But
it sounded like you might be open to it, though.
Well, yeah, sure.
You said that, and
we're getting torn apart.
I had said something earlier when I was on about I specifically wanted to be able to hang out with Dallas because he had for all intents and purposes, a Christian stalker that was just flooding his comments after videos and was apparently a friend of the family, and there was some Facebook shit that was going on, and he explained what was going on and had said that this is the latest and greatest version of what he's done, and I kind of jumped in and said, what? Tell you what, I'm going to say some bullshit and try to draw some fire, and I'll be damned if that hasn't worked. And now I'm drawing the ire from that stupid prick and one of his apparent sycophant stupid pricks.
Oh, feel free to share.
Yeah, I have intentionally avoided responding to something that happened about 7 or 8 hours ago, and I won't respond to it until tomorrow because his need for attention is just
insane. So
I won't be giving it to him until I'm good and fucking. You know what? I might do it when I'm sober. I might do it that early tomorrow morning, but I just hated the fact that because of what he had to say, he had a friend of the family working with the emotional cover that Dallas won't really confront him angrily and emotionally because he can go to his family or however else he's related and build a sympathetic case against Dallas because of whatever the fuck this guy is. And I'm like, you know what? Bullshit. Let's have him using the brain sample name as if that's an intelligent thing to fucking say to your friends. So I jumped in, and sure enough, he's easily enough manipulated that you can get him to respond to you by calling him out. So I highly recommend doing that if you ever see it in anybody being 1,100 word screed in the comments section of a video. And when you see somebody do that, by all means, jump in and start taking some heat.
Wouldn't a real Christian modeling Jesus' behavior be in here?
You would think.
Not
yeah. That certainly seems reasonable, but let's not pretend that's what you should expect from anybody ever.
Well, especially evangelicals, they could be.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's just not a thing that fucking happens all that often.
Right, exactly.
I definitely don't like the idea of someone messing with someone's real life and their personal relationships with their family.
Yeah,
That's beyond
bad.
low.
Yeah, using your relationship with his family as cover. Fuck you. No, you come deal with me, dickhead.
Yeah,
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of the like PvP days and MMOs where it's like you walk up to someone and say, "You want to dance?"
Yeah, exactly. And by the same token, you want to fuck with me, fine. If you want to fuck with my family, you and I got a real serious problem that I'm going to deal with in a way that's probably probably going to be inappropriate by your standards. So
You don't fuck with my friends and family.
Don't do that.
Or I'll be up in your face. And I'm Canadian. We're generally pretty mellow people. But I'll be at your front door with a fucking hockey stick and smash your face in with it.
Of course, it's going to be a hockey stick.
Of course
You're
it is.
so Canadian.
It's a hockey
And then I'll pour
hockey
Tim
stick.
Hortons coffee on them.
Yeah, hockey stick that reeks of maple syrup at one end and Morton's coffee at the other.
Hey, Neil, I have a question for you.
I've already had a couple today.
Neil, I saw this thing on I don't know where I saw it, but there's this like festival somewhere in Canada, Canadalia, where they pour these like flavored syrup over the snow, and everybody goes there and
the maple snow cones where they tap them right out of the tree, and then they make snow. They take actual snow from the ground, and then they put it in the little cone, Dixie cone things, and then they pour fresh maple syrup over top of them. And I'm telling you right now, if you ever get a chance to try that, eat that shit. It's the best.
And if you ever get a chance to mix the maple syrup with some rum, eat the fuck out of that.
Artie, stop encouraging alcoholism on my show, okay?
It was such a wholesome hobby or pastime until
right up until somebody mentioned the booze, eh?
And meanwhile, I'm sitting here rolling a joint and talking about Artie.
Stay away from the booze, kids.
Yeah, but you know it's okay to smoke the weed here and there, eh? Or as we call it, the herbal remedies.
Awesome, you.
It's the only holistic medicine I go for.
By the way, Santa.
I'm kidding.
That's so funny.
Goddamn weekend.
What? Something about a weekend at Bernie's?
Santa showed up and saved my goddamn weekend.
Santa? I didn't think he was out and about this time of year. What are you talking about?
Hey, I got to deal with the guy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I've got to deal with Santa.
I cut his lawn in the summer.
There's no lawns in the North Pole, you jackass.
There will be.
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually, nowadays. I just saw a very disturbing picture of one of the islands in the northern part of Antarctic where the snow is almost completely melted off of it because it reached record temperatures of 18.9 degrees Celsius. And they show the picture.
We're American. What is that in Fahrenheit?
29 to 30.
Okay.
So we're talking for the Antarctic, that's warm. That's fucking summer.
It's baking.
Yeah, and it's and a lot of the snow was gone, and a lot of it was actually melted into the middle of the island in this little volcanic, I guess, area.
That's
and it was like a little lake.
That is so not good.
No, it's not good.
Beyond not good.
That's where the water came up during the Noah's flood. That's not a lake. That's a
how do I mute him? Oh, fuck, I can't mute him.
A fucking nozzle.
You're a nozzle.
Your mom's a nozzle.
Artie, I love you, man. It's like the ultimate like lame ass comeback when somebody calls you something.
No, I am compelled to tell this story.
Goody! It's one time. Oh, shut up!
This is a true story. It's one time at band camp. I was a senior. I was a drum major. Freshman was kind of being hassled a little bit, and to his credit, he could stand his ground. But this is the level of shit that he was willing to. Somebody said that it might be a good idea for you to go to a hospital. And his response was, your mom's a hospital.
Really? I mean, I that's I hear these kind of comebacks when somebody says something.
Yeah, no, that's literally what inspired me to say that your mom's a whatever the fuck I just said.
I got a better one. They tell you, yeah, I fucked your mother last night. I'm like, yeah, well, mom has AIDS, so the joke's on you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I had a guy go too far. I usually when I make an insult about somebody's mom and they come back on my mom, I'll make some lewd comment about how they fucked my mom, and I'll say, well, that's really weird because my mom's 77 years old and has one boob. And this dude's like, that's my kink. And I was like, it's weird because you're not hers.
Okay, can we get off the mom part here, guys? I mean,
yeah, I got off yours.
Your mama.
Yeah, no,
all right.
He actually did go too far there. I mentioned that my dad was suffering from dementia, and he started talking shit about my dad. I'm like, oh, dude, you can talk about my mom. She's not sick anymore. Dad's currently sick. This isn't cool. I wish you would stop. He wasn't done, so started reporting comments at that point. Because come on, dude.
People can be fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, where the hell where'd Taylor go?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to about my mama. Don't talk about my cat or dog.
Still make fun of somebody because they're sick, and that's where he went.
Don't talk about my cat and dog. I will fight you at the Walmart.
I will bring Shorty to the Walmart. You can deal with her yourself.
What'd you say about my mama?
Mama didn't raise no spitter.
Or scratcher.
Yeah.
I will scratch you like you've never been scratched before. My fighting style is like this.
Mama used to beat me for chewing through the nipples of the binky.
The binky. Oh, laptop died. Oh, shit.
Have you guys ever heard of the chonkula?
No.
Chonkula?
Chonkula. It's very popular with Latin mothers. It's the flip-flops, and that's what they used to beat us with.
What?
That's why. See, okay, that's why I asked, because the word sounds familiar, and I only know one guy that has ever used that word, and it was a guy from Mexico that was my neighbor in L.A.
Yes. So Latin women, they're like masters with the chonkula, and they're like boomerangs. Like we could be fucking up in the other room, and then next you know the chonkula be coming flying out. Boom. And then don't forget that you always have two of them. So there's one after the other, boom, boom. And then it goes and flies back in their hand and like, shing.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's got a very similar bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just for a point of reference, though, I call flip-flops slaps.
Slaps.
Well, that's just gross.
Kind of appropriate, I think.
Yeah,
I can't wear flip-flops. I don't like anything between my toes.
I don't like the moisture between my feet and a rubber thing that makes my feet go.
You're talking about flip-flops? Oh, shit. Join my new religion. Taylor, I just sent you my schedule for the last 3 spots that I have in April. I haven't started doing up May and June yet because I don't know. I'm supposed to be starting another show with Godless Mom, who is Courtney Hurd, she lives here in BC with me. And I'm not quite sure yet when we're starting and when we're going to be doing that. And I'm also doing another show with Randolph, who was in the debate with Darth Douchebag tonight. So
yeah.
Put me down
Mikey!
for any time, and then remind me a day in advance.
Remind you a day. Well, I'll tell you the spots that I do have left that I sent you in a Twitter DM. Monday, April 20th for 4 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday, April 22nd for 4 p.m. Pacific, and then Wednesday, April 29th for 4 p.m. I usually do 4 p.m. and then 6 p.m. on weekends normally, but today I did a nooner with with Lloyd Evans because he's in Croatia, so we needed to go a little earlier because he's
I
like
love
9 hours ahead.
Croatia.
4 p.m. on a weekday is too early, so I'll have to hit a weekend one.
Okay, so when I kick May in, I will reserve you the first Saturday. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sound good? Okay. And then I'll send you another message. I'll say I've got you for, Saturday, May, whatever. I think it'll be like the 2nd or 3rd or something, and we'll go from there. All right.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Can I ask a panel question, like of the audience?
Sure. No.
Well,
what do you think I'm going to say?
I just wanted to interrupt to do it. Of the 6 of us,
yeah.
Who are the top 3 most likely to have a cult following? And not like a cult following, like, oh, he's cute. No, I mean, like, creepy cult version.
I'm thinking Taylor.
Yeah. Taylor's my number 1. I'm just wondering who's everybody else's 2 and 3.
Cult following, I'm going to have to say probably Derek.
I kind of think Faye's got to be on the list because she's an enigma.
Faye, I thought about
like
Faye
when
too.
I say creepy things.
Now, you're enigmatic as fuck. Who the hell knows what you look like? No one.
Yeah.
Who knows what Jesus looks like? Same amount of people.
He's white and blue-eyed with red hair.
Mikey, what's going on, my brother?
Mikey related.
And people just like when I say creepy things.
Not gonna lie, I don't like to hear. In general, I don't like to hear creepy things said.
But
what are you doing there, Artie?
Wink, wink. I know. All right, wearing sunglasses. Wink.
I know. We got purple.
I will follow anything that a crazy cat lady would say.
There you go.
I love that. There's a crazy cat group on Facebook that my sister belongs to. And at first it was just like hot guys who like cats, but there's an adult version of it, and it's gotten really interesting.
Risque.
And I like looking at my sister's Facebook page.
Okay.
It's like meow.
Okay, Artie, I understand what you mean by when she says creepy things. I understand. I'm with you on board. I know what you mean now. I was a little lost at first, but now I get you.
All right, I'm glad I'm not the only one now.
Oh, kitty!
I'm campaigning for this cult here.
Yeah.
I want some fucking tithings.
You're gonna have to start by calling them tithes.
The cat needs a hat too.
Aww.
Wait, how many of you have ever heard, there's a sign by my house that used the word tithes? Have any of you ever heard this story from me? Used to live on the west side of Indianapolis, and it was a predominantly Hispanic black neighborhood, and I was mostly a token.
Mostly a token?
Yeah.
Token white guy?
The house where the 2 white dudes lived. Corner, I had a dog named Pavlov who looked like a wolf puppy, and I lived there for 5 or 6 years, and the kids in the neighborhood continued to call him a wolf puppy 5 or 6 years. Same kids. But anyway, no, I can't remember what the fuck I was going.
I don't know, but we're coming up onto the hour where I got to pull this shut anyways. And Purple is waiting in the green room.
Oh,
I'm out.
I can step out so you can get in.
Because I think Purple's going to want to say a couple of things.
Okay.
Purple's going to want to say a couple of things before we close this to let you guys know about the next stream that's coming up.
Okay. How much money did we make?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to know too. Purple? Hello.
Plug in your mic, honey.
Yep.
So-
No, I was just trying to re-get the links there.
Yeah, I saw you just drop them in the chat again. So what have we did we accomplish anything over this last few hours here?
We got a bit in. Let me just
Excellent.
get the last of this here, and I'll figure out.
I accomplished some new subs. That counts.
It does.
I do a little plug. Coming up on Atheist Vanguard, currently this weekend, we have one of our regular hosts, Shane Isgrig. He is at a faith healers convention for the next 3 days. And he's going to be getting interviews, asking people what they believe and why. So that should be coming up very shortly within the next couple of weeks.
Great. That's awesome. He's great. Yeah. Faith healing. Why aren't they in hospitals? That's what I want to know.
Because it's bullshit.
Exactly. It's like that meme I posted earlier with the girl that had all the gems on her head and it said your crystal healing, the sad thing about crystal healing is that you find out it doesn't work and you're dead. And I'm like, yeah, and maybe she should have had her chakras realigned first. All right, so I mean, all that stuff is just horseshit.
I know someone whose mother died from that.
Oh, I wouldn't surprise me.
Breast cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, Purple, what are the numbers at?
He's doing the math.
I got you. Yeah, because there's two. There's the GoFundMe and there's the PayPal. And the last I heard, I know the PayPal was closing.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know there were 3. How come I don't have a link to the third one?
Well, there's the PayPal me, and the PayPal pool.
Oh.
Okay.
Which both wind up going to the same account, but it's just the PayPal me won't let people donate anonymously.
Gotcha. Okay, so I've shared the one that's has the capability for anonymous donation because it asked me if I wanted to donate anonymously. I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, I think people should be inspired to do stuff like this to help others.
So we're up to 1863.30.
So that's almost $100 made during this time. That's pretty good.
Actually, it was 150 that came in during the course of your stream here.
Nice.
Oh, that's even better. Excellent. Well, I'm glad I could help. Of course, you guys, I don't know how many of you met my challenge. I donated $50, and you got to come up with 50 or better to beat me tonight. So, anyway, I think we'll round this one up so that the next people are doing their stream can get into it. And I've really got to pee.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm just gonna pick it up here on my channel.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll do a sign off for the night then, and then One Ring will be picking it up again at 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time.
Excellent. So we're going to go for Sunday too. Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 4 shows lined up for Sunday. The One Ring, and then Bad Tempered Badger, and Dick Dawson, and that'll run into Diana's Coffee with Lavender.
Look at your lighter. Fuck, that is amazing.
I got one of those.
I do too, but it's at work.
I keep losing all the small ones. This one hangs around with me.
That is fucking beautiful. Holy shit. Now I know we're going to be friends, Taylor. That's for fucking sure. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. And for all of you that donated tonight, that is fucking beautiful. You're great humans.
Yeah, we much appreciate everything. Everybody who was, participating in the stream, everybody who made donations, everybody who sent out the links on Twitter.
Yeah, we've done well.
Tune into my show tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time, right after Talk Heathen and right before Atheist Experience.
Derek, is there any way you can get them to sort of throw a little shout out for Purple during that time?
We're pre-recorded.
I know.
So what I can do is, Purple, what I can do is when I jump in on the live chat, I can definitely give you a shout out.
Yeah. I'll set
Beautiful.
I think
appreciate it, any press we can get here.
I will send you
Neil,
some
before
links
we
to
sign
pop.
off, you have to highlight Doorknob Head's last comment there.
Donut head. Oh,
Well, actually, if you want to, why don't you join in on the live chat tomorrow as well?
What time is that going to be?
3 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that because tomorrow afternoon my family's doing the going away party for me.
Okay, well then I got you then. I'll take care of you.
So yeah, I won't be home then. I won't be anywhere near a computer.
I'll take care of you then.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Can you
appreciate any boost you can give us?
Can you give me a Facebook friend request?
I generally don't really use Facebook anymore. Are you on Twitter at all?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
Okay, I'm PurpleWorange on Twitter.
Purple W. Oh, Purple W. Purple.
hang on. I'll send you a whoops.
I was just going for it myself here.
Okay, and YouTube as well. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh yeah.
Purple, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah. Okay, well, dropping in the oh, that's right. Are you on YouTube there? Okay, dropping in the side chat. There's my Twitter link. And yeah, the YouTube links always require a little bit of editing.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, because it puts in like that view as a subscriber thing when I try to look at my own.
I just found out that I was not following Nerdy Rodent.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird because I thought I was.
And I've been looking at Amazon this whole time, and I found a bib for adults that, of course, says something about blowjobs on it. So if anyone needs that for a gift.
What, a blowjob? I'll take a blowjob for a gift all the time.
For the bib, for passive-aggressive hint. Yeah.
Okay, so there's my links in the side chat.
So the blowjob off the table then.
But yeah, I have a grinder, and that seems to be really easy to get around here.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the luck in the world, Derek. well, apparently you don't need it.
It's really good here. You know, we don't have too far to go, so I think we'll be okay.
Well, you got a few more shows coming up, so hopefully for sure you'll be able to scrounge up at least a few $100 more, and you'll be close to the area.
Look at all those men's.
Go hit up a church. Plan to be a new convert and hit up some churches.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good atheistic
I've never tried any kind of dating apps because I think it's like, in my area, are you going to find anything within 100 miles?
Grindr is not a dating app.
Well,
no. It's a quick fix app.
The term very loosely there.
Yeah, that's a lot of the guys on Grindr are pretty loose.
It's basically how quickly can you get your legs up in the air.
Great. Anyway,
but is it?
I mean, no matter what your sexual preference is, men are nasty. Men are nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I've said that's a big part.
The things they say in my innocent ears are just horrible.
Yeah, I'm pansexual, and that's part of it is that men are easy.
That's part of the problem.
If you just want some quick relief and don't want anything to get complicated, men are easy.
I always tell them that I'm bisexual. Buy me something, I'll be sexual.
Yeah.
I'm trisexual. I'll try anything. So I'm at the hospital getting the beads removed.
Yeah, or I'm trisexual. I'll try anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're done here, guys.
Right.
I gotta go.
Thanks for having me on.
All right,
hey man, anytime, Taylor. And
for
we'll schedule you for the first Saturday in May. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, just hit me with that reminder tweet because my
no
ADHD is real.
Okay. And thank you guys for hanging out, everyone. And thanks to everyone in the chat. If you contributed to the cause tonight, double thank you, and I owe you a big hug when I see you in person. If you're going down to Faithless Forum,
Raging Atheist, thank you for the comment, Raging Atheist.
I want to see how many donations come in after that hug offer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'll be
meow,
at Faithless Forum, so you guys will be able to you'll be able to cash in on that hug offer when I'm down there. So, because I love Austin, Texas, man. It's like if I was to live anywhere else, it would be in Austin, Texas, if they'd have me. But yeah. Anyway, Danny, you're muted still.
Yeah, Doc Pearson said he can't hear you, Diana.
That's all right. We're coming to a close.
Yep.
Anyways, the links are below for one of the PayPals. I think it's the pool one, and the GoFundMe for Purple. So if you can help out a little bit, $5, $10, $15, anything you can will help Purple get the hell out of the shithole town they're in into a much better opportunity.
Well, you know, and that's how we've gotten this far, was a lot of people, you know, just making $5 and $10 donations.
Right. And it all adds up. And until next time, guys, you know, this is kind of a different stream. So I'm going to not use my Christopher Hitchens quote at the end of this one. I'm going to use a Carl Sagan quote at the end of this one. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.